darkness, I found my light. With Jesus by my side, I conquer every fight. Walking in faith, I won't be afraid. His love surrounds me, my fears will fade. Hope is my anchor, love is my guide. With Jesus I'll overcome, I'll never hide. A warrior of strength, in His name I rise. In a world of chaos, His love never dies.
She's an award-winning author, speaker, owner of GodlyGranny.com, and podcast host, sharing the truth with you. This is The Michelle Moore Show.
I love that song. Ooh. I love it, love it, love it. All right. I hope that you all have had a good couple of days. Today, though, new releases with Godly Granny. We're so excited. I was telling Eve, I said, it's so wild because there are some products today that we're releasing we've been talking about for months. I'm so excited. We have so much to go over. So the first thing is I want to give you an update. So Eve, of course, one of our Godly Granny formulators, she's here with us today. Very excited for her to be here. I want to let you know we're not going to be doing a live show on Monday. It's Memorial Day. And I have to tell you, I am so rested. I actually cooked a meal for my family. Like I've had the last 2 days where I've worked a bunch, but I've also just had some time. And the extra day was just so lovely to have. And so Monday I'll be home and getting some things done as well. So very excited. Want to let you know, though, the new releases today, we're going to be doing 5% off through Tuesday. It's 5% off the new releases. So if you go to the website, godlygranny.com, and you click on new, I think it is what the tab says, just new. And so you'll be able to see all the new releases that we're going to be releasing today. And so the sale, the 5% extra, in addition to if you have a coupon code and you use that, the extra 5% on the new releases is good through Tuesday, which is May the 22nd or 26th at 11:59 p.m. So just want to give you a heads up. That way it gives you a little bit of time, you know. Also, well, we're doing new releases. You know how much I love to do something for reviews. Now, y'all have had some time with last releases and the releases before that. So this is a great time to go and share about your great experiences with those releases. And so we're giving away a very special gift today. So we have a new upcoming product that is extremely exciting. Smells so good, so good. And so it doesn't even have a label, okay? It's that brand new, okay? Even a new bottle for us. Beautiful. Muy bien. So for every 10th review winner, we're going to send you this immediately. Doesn't even have the labels made yet. It's just from the Godly Granny Kitchen. So every 10th reviewer. So if you go to the page on the website where the product is that you want to leave a review for, okay, and you scroll down, you'll see, just scroll down past all the information, and then you'll see a place where you can leave a review. The system lets producer Ron know. So if you leave a review, you don't have to do anything else. We'll know. All right. And then those gifts, they're ready. So they're ready to go. We're going to send them to you immediately. And so if they don't go out tomorrow, they'll be out Monday for you. So just wanted you to know. Very, very, very nice gift. Okay. So that's one thing. The second thing is, we're coming out with a product, okay, I'm very excited about. We have found the perfect container. So this product, I've been talking a little bit about it. It's makeup, and it's going to be good for your lips and your cheeks and your eyes. It's clean as can be, but I've got a little problem. I would like a little bit of help. Now, I want you to really think about it before you send and enter into the contest. So we're going to do a contest. Now, let me tell you what happened. So I tell producer Ron, I called producer Ron this morning. I think I want to do a contest. I got a little issue and I have a couple of ideas, but I don't know if y'all know, but backstory, on X, I have the handle at She Shed Truther. For those of you that don't know, I'm in the backyard in my she shed doing the show. And so most people know that. And so when we did a contest a couple of years ago, and I said, well, I'm going to get back on X, but because I can't use my previous account because I was banned, on that account got moved. And so I said, I got to come up with something else. I can't use Michelle Moore. So what have you got? And we had a winner. She came up with She Shed Truther, and I loved it. And I sent her $250 worth of my favorite things. Now, y'all know now my favorite things are not on Amazon. My favorite things are Godly Granny. But we're going to give you a $250 gift card. I think that'd be pretty nice. If you happen to be the winner, if there's a winner, you may not have. I got a couple ideas already. And what I told producer Ron, he knows the ideas. And if somebody uses that same idea, we will count you the winner. Okay. So I think I have a winning idea, but we're going to just see if something better comes. And if somebody chooses the same thing I'm already thinking and nothing else better comes along, that person will win. So just so you know. So, all right. I asked producer Ron to come up with a graphic for this today. I said, put a little bit of makeup on. Well, he sends me a graphic and says, I decided to try to use AI, and this is what it gave me. So it is the Godly Granny makeup naming contest. And I'm pretty sure this is Tammy Faye style. This is so not Godly Granny. Oh, my word. But this is what it gave. I mean, oh, my word. This is what he gets for trying to use AI, y'all. This is what he gets. But anyways, so email me, Michelle@NashvilleMichelle.com, if you have an idea of what, a theme of the makeup. So, you usually have some kind of a theme. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. I want to order some of the lip balm for rodeo queen judges and wonder what would be the flavor that is most popular. Our butter bombs is what I think you're talking about, W.R. Carr. And we sell more. It's so funny you say that because Eve was just asking me that right before we went live. We got a lot of flavors. And it is key lime. Key lime sells more than anything. We have lots of flavors for sure. But key lime was one of the first ones. And so my theory is that's why. And then I think sweet orange is pretty close behind it. Producer Ron, will you maybe tell me like the top 3 when you get a chance? Because he can run a report and look that up to make sure. But I happen to know key lime is number 1. Okay, so if you have an idea. So here's the thing. We're starting with 5 colors. But we're going to have some eye and some other things too. So, we've got a number of things. So I need kind of a theme is what I'm hoping for. And so if you come up with something, be sure to send me some examples and what the theme is and explain it in the email. Like, this is a great gift. You're entering into this contest. And so think it through. Don't just fire off an email with, kind of half baked. Like, think it through and give me some good examples, okay, within that idea that you have. All right. And so I want to remind you that every 10th reviewer that leaves a review today on godlygranny.com products is going to get a special gift. And so, of course, shipping and handling is included. You'll love it. We'll put a little card in there that explains what it is and how to use it. You'll love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right. Let's go on ahead and bring Eve in and let's go on ahead and get started. Y'all ready? I'm excited. Eve?
After seeing Godly Granny, I feel a little underdressed.
You might need some more eyelashes too. Okay, so it's so good. Well, you know the problem. I say problem. I have an idea. I think it's a good one, but I just want to see, I would have never come up with She Shed Truther for my X handle. I love it. And so we got some great creative customers, viewers. And so I want to see if maybe somebody's got a better idea. So we'll see what comes up.
I have faith in them.
Oh, yes, me too. And so after the She Shed Truther, it's like you just never know. So we'll see. I want something chosen by next Friday. So this will be a short-lived contest, but it gives you a week to think about it. So a week from today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We got some great products for you today. We're going to go over lots of big things. The first one is the anti-chafing cream to powder with shea butter. It's unscented, and it comes in 2 different forms. There's a 2-ounce tube, so that way if you're traveling, you want it in your purse, your desk drawer at work. Eve has had to explain this to me, and this is really solving a problem for a lot of women, and we're really excited about this. And it also comes in a 4-ounce jar. And so tell us about it, Eve.
Well, this one's been on the drawing board for a while, and I called her right before the show. We're in Georgia. It's super, super hot and muggy and humidity. I'm a fluffy girl with some fluffy girls, and I told her today, I hope John's not watching. I turned the air down to like 66 on show day because I get all animated and get excited and get sweaty. And I don't have any of the 3-degree cooling spray. So I was like, I put this on, and I laid under the fan for a second. I called her. I was like, I got 2 boobs. Please forgive me. I was like, the Red Sea has parted and I have one on both sides instead of one big sweaty lump in the middle. So what I'm telling you is this. If you have skin that touches skin, and we're going to go into more depth because this is for men too. Like this is your breast friend, which is, I would call it if I could get away with that. But anyway, just so you know, for those who shine bright by shining a whole lot less, this isn't just about a little summer sweat. This is for when your body decides to host its own fire and brimstone revival meeting. Hot flashes, night sweats, sudden why am I damp in places I didn't authorize moments, what Granny calls electrical emergencies. The promise from a woman who's seen a few seasons. This is your cool down, calm down, dry it all the way down solution for every creature, crevice, and curve trying to survive both the weather and your hormones. It goes on like a smooth, comforting cream, then settles into a soft, breathable powder finish with no talc that says, we will not be overheating in this temple today. And once again, so nobody gets confused, no talc, not now, not ever. We don't fix problems by creating new ones. Why this is different. When it dries the powder, it does not get on your clothes. I love that because it's not just about friction. It's about fire management. When that heat rises up your neck, rolls under your chest, settles into your thighs, and makes your clothes question their loyalty, this steps in and absorbs moisture before it turns into a situation. It keeps skin dry without stripping it. It creates a smooth barrier so nothing rubs wrong or sticks where it shouldn't. It helps you feel collected when your body is acting completely uncollected. And while it's handling all that, it's still taking care of the skin like you raised it right. Made with shea butter, which is a deep, rich moisture so your skin stays soft, not stressed. A cream to powder finish, hydration going in, dryness staying on top, and a clean, breathable feel. No suffocating, no sliding, no second guessing. So even when your body's acting like it just got plugged into a wall outlet, your skin stays calm, cushioned, and civilized. Where this goes, under boobs, during the, oh Lord, here it comes moment, inner thighs, mid-surge, bra lines, waistband lines, and heat trapping areas. In the gentleman's department, heat is equal opportunity. Behind knees, underarms, anywhere heat pools and moisture collects and misbehaves. For postpartum bodies, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, yes, that's a thing. And I don't know what this is, but it's hot pause. If it heats, sweats, sticks, or shines unexpectedly, this is where it goes. What it does when things escalate quickly. It stops chafing before friction joins the chaos. It stops bumps. It stops breakouts. It stops rashes. It turns sweat into something healthy and manageable. Reduces shine without making you feel dry or crusty. Keeps skin smooth so nothing rubs you the wrong way, literally or emotionally. Lets you move, sit, and exist without leaving a moisture memo behind. No stains, no chalk, no, you can see exactly what I've been through evidence. Who it's for. Women navigating hot flashes like surprise, modified weather events. Night sweaters who wake up like they just ran a marathon in their sleep. Folks dealing with hormone shifts, stress spikes, or mystery heat. Anybody who's ever said, I was fine 5 minutes ago. Porch grannies, kitchen grannies, gym rats, and everybody in between. And yes, for those who wear chaps when riding Harleys. How to use it. Apply where heat, friction, or shine shows up in uninvited. Rub it in. Give it a few seconds. because when your body throws a little internal lightning storm, you're already prepared. So if your body's having an electrical emergency, the last thing you knew is for your thighs arguing through your clothes and sticking together like they've taken sides. Smooth it out, cool it down, and carry yourself like you've got authority over your own temperature, because you do.
All right. When you talk about the riding the motorcycle, so explain that. So is it the crotch area, or is that what's going on, guys?
A lot of people who are old enough to finance and ride Harley have the midsection roll over, and anywhere skin touches skin, there's sweat, right? And it's anybody who's doing a yo-yo dieting, it's for gym rats. A lot of people, they don't just sweat, and then of course there's that odor, but it starts growing bacteria, which very often turns into, rash, bumps, rash heat, all kinds of redness issues, itching, and in some cases it actually can scar. And a lot of people don't know that, but it's very true. And what I love about this one is there's others on the market, but the others you don't want to put on because of what's in them. This is 100% clean. And the others leave powder behind on your clothes. This does not. It dries immediately. And even though you're dry, your skin doesn't feel dry because of the shading that's moisturized. I don't know what John and the kids did, but it's amazing. It's my favorite product. It's going to go with me everywhere I go this summer. I have a tube with me at all times.
Well, that's why I did the 2-ounce tube for everybody. Now, my next question is, so my son, Carson, the younger one, for years now, when he mows, he gets outside in the heat. He has eczema, but he doesn't really have eczema much since using our like bar soap and all that, except for when he mows, and it'll be right here in the inside of his elbow, and sometimes behind his knees. So if he were to put this on, that could potentially keep that from flaring up.
There's another thing. You know how men, a lot of times, especially in the heat, wear baseball caps, and then they have breakouts right here. It'll completely stop that, and you won't see it. Just put it on before you put your ball cap on it. It will completely stop that. This is for athletes who play tennis. You may not even have to wear, one of those bands. Both my grandsons play tennis. They love this stuff, but it doesn't stop you from the releasing of sweat toxins. It just keeps your body dry but moisturized. It's the strangest dichotomy, but it feels fantastic. I have some on my hands right now and you can't see it. I didn't wipe it off.
That's wild. Okay, so Avery R says, I use Burt's Bees baby powder. Is it bad?
Well, not if you like, Clorox and towel.
Yeah, I was thinking, I just saw something the other day, like 2 days ago, about Burt's Bees in a lawsuit. I have to go back and
one.
Yeah.
There's Clorox bought Burt's Bees years ago. I know Bert. Used to see Bert at market. That ain't Bert no more. Yeah.
I see Burt's Bees stuff in a store that I shop in. I go into a couple of times a year to get like Mama Ganza and Dada Ganza gifts and stuff. And I run past that section because I wouldn't buy anything with that name on it at this point.
Because somebody's going to come back and go, well, I read the side of Burt's Bees and it doesn't say anything about Clorox and it doesn't say anything about towel. It's not going to. As we tell everybody, when Michelle finds something she likes and she wants it clean. So when we reverse engineer it, I ask this every so many shows. We have never, ever, ever in generations reverse engineered a product where what was in it was actually what was on the label. So
that's scary. I know you keep telling me that. You've been telling me that since I met you, but it just scares the El Crapo out of me.
And it should.
Yeah. Okay. So Avery R, I would say that's bad. Of course, we would recommend what we're doing, which is the clean version, the genuinely clean version. Okay. So we're going to move on. Wow. Okay. So some of you need extra strength deodorant. And we've come out with one. It's called an extra strength odor control deodorant. It smells so lovely. I came across this really almost by accident, but I noticed how well it was working for my family. And so this has been being under testing and formulation since November of last year. So this is an exciting product. It comes in 1 scent because it's naturally scented from the products that are in it. And so it's got citrus in it. It's got sandalwood in it. So we've called it citrus sandalwood. It's absolutely dreamy. Don't let the sandalwood kind of throw you. It is so dreamy. This is amazing. If you like our sweet orange, Eve, wouldn't you say that like sweet orange and even apricot chamomile and some of those kind of more sweeter citrus vanilla, I think all of those are kind of in that same kind of vein as citrus sandalwood.
This is sacred sandalwood, not Indian sandalwood or Boswellia sandalwood. Sacred sandalwood is very, very light, but it does a lot of really earthy things to the body that the body loves. Now, I also don't want, because she said sweet, men love this scent. It is extremely unisex.
Yes, all the men in my home love this one. Love it. And so this is a big hit in my house all the way around. Okay, so tell us about it.
All right. If they can smell you before they see you, baby, we got work. There's a difference between honest sweat and a full-blown olfactory announcement. Godly Granny's new deodorant was made to keep you on the right side of that line. This isn't about shutting your body down. It's about helping it conduct itself properly. No aluminum, no pore plugging foolishness, no covering things up and hoping for the best. This is a clean, plant-based formula that works with your body to neutralize odor, manage moisture, and keep you fresh without turning your underarms into a science experiment. Because Granny doesn't believe in stopping nature. She believes in keeping it respectful. Citrus sandalwood. What does it smell like? Well, it's a bright, clean, orange citrus that opens the door with fresh, uplifting, and easy to love. Then sacred sandalwood settles in, warm and smooth, slightly earthy, giving it a nice depth and quiet confidence. It's the kind of scent that stays close, feels grounded, and never tries too hard. It's clean without being sharp and warm without being heavy. Sweet but unisex in the best way, like you just stepped out of fresh air with your life in order. It's for underarm odor that shows up stronger than your personality. I didn't know that was possible. Heat, stress, gym, and the I've had a day sweats. Transitioning away from conventional deodorants. Anyone who wants to smell clean without smelling loud. It neutralizes odor at the source instead of masking it, absorbs excess moisture so you stay dry without feeling dusty, supports your skin's natural balance without clogging pores, leaves a grounded scent that stays close but never announces itself. It's formulated with tapioca and arrowroot, which pulls in moisture and keeps things dry without any chalky, stiff feel. Magnesium, of course, a quiet workhorse that helps control odor without interfering with your body's natural function. MCT oil, which is coconut oil, lightweight hydration, so underarms stay comfortable, not tight, irritated, or itchy. Vitamin E to support skin integrity and keep everything calm under pressure, and a beautiful essential oil profile of lavender, sweet citrus, patchouli, lang lang, and sacred sandalwood. Apply a small amount to clean, dry underarms and then reapply as needed, especially in heat, during stress, or long days that try your patience. If you're switching from conventional deodorants, your body may take a few days to weeks to recalibrate. That's completely normal. Stay consistent because it's not a cover-up. It's a reset. Sweating is natural. Offending people is optional.
I love it. All right. So this one is a great one. Avery R says the tallow deodorant works awesome too. It does. It's an extra strength odor control as well. And so, but it has tallow. If you want a magnesium deodorant, this is your option. It's the only one. We're not scenting this in any way. So this is a great option, I think, if you have sensitive skin, any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So before we move on.
I know it may sound like it's scented because of the essential oils in there, but the essential oils were not chosen for scent, although they are naturally scented. They were chosen for how they work with the body chemistry to prevent odor.
It's what gives the extra strength odor control, which, okay, so this is what I love, because this is the perfect time to make this point, because we're going to be making this point throughout today's show, it just coincidentally. But one of the things Eve and I were talking about, and we want to, help people understand, essential oils are so strong. And so they can be so powerful. And I said to her, who would have thought that 4 essential oils get together and have a party, and they are extra strength odor control. And so, it's amazing what we get out of these essential oils and what we can do when you have a little bit of creativity and hard work. It's taken us months, but
synergy between them, the reason essential oils are so powerful when they're undiluted, which all of ours are, is because the molecules are so tiny, they're minuscule, that they go through every layer of skin, down into the bone, down to the marrow, down to the cellular level. So it crosses the blood-brain barrier. They're so tiny in 120 seconds. So you're not just deodorizing your pits when you use this, you're deodorizing your body. And I want to let you know a little secret that I found out a while ago. If you are about to go on a live and you're sweating, you don't want people to see you sweat, you can put this on. You can put the anti-chafing cream to powder on before you put this on. And I found out, look at my makeup today. You can put the anti-chafing cream to powder under your makeup, because I'm a bad face sweater and I don't want that to show up on TV. Oh. Who knew?
Wow. Yeah. We need to add that to the product description.
I just figured that out today.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so extra strength odor control deodorant with all natural with magnesium for you in citrus sandalwood. It's beautiful. Okay. Producer Ron says our first review winner is Becky T. Becky T, please send me an email with your, wow, we've already got a second one. And that is, the second one is Karen B. So winners, I need you to send me an email, Michelle@NashvilleMichelle.com with your, and just in the subject line, put deodorant, review winner. And then just give me your first name, last name, and shipping address and phone number. So that way I can get these sent to you right away. All right. So we already have them. It's all set up. I was already planning this for today, so we're good to go. All right. The next one is, I'll tell you what, I had no idea that this was going to be so popular, and it's year round. That's what shocks me. I know I've brought this up to you over and over. I never would have known we were going to sell so much face and body bronzer, but it is anti-aging face and body bronzer that we have. It's buildable. And it's a beauty. So we already have this in a big 8-ounce bottle with the pump, but now it comes as a 2-ounce. It had bothered me. We didn't have this in a 2-ounce. And I got to thinking about those of you that are traveling, going on vacations, travel for work. This is something you can put that's TSA approved. You can put it in your gym bag. You can do whatever you want to with it. Have it at your desk drawer at work. If you work somewhere and have a desk, and sometimes they get to work and go, oh, I forgot to, apply wherever on my legs and I'm wearing a skirt today, whatever. And so this is the anti-aging face and body bronzer. And like I said, it is buildable color and it does not stain your clothing. This is such a winner. I love it. And it's full body. So like I said, face and body. Eve, you got anything you want to add about this one?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I had a slight family emergency just then, but I'm taking care of it. I'm so sorry.
So yes, anything you want to add?
I do. I actually do. That was important. Please forgive me. The anti-aging buildable face and body bronzer, buildable color, washes away sun-kissed skin. This is not your teenage niece's streaky self-tanner that smells like broken promises and orange tanning lotions. Godly Granny's bronzer is a silky, anti-aging, wash-it-off wonder that gives you that I've been working with the sun and the sun glow. With skin-loving oils, healing aloe, and just enough natural mica and skin-loving iron oxide to turn your skin from blah to blessed, this bronze delivers buildable, believable color that rinses off as easily as last year's resolutions. Use it on face, body, or wherever you'd like a little more hallelujah and a little less meh. Why you'll love it. Buildable, believable color without long-term covenant. Washes off clean with soap and water, no guilt. Doubles as skincare because it nourishes while it bronzes. It doesn't clog pores, streak, or leave you looking like a bright bag of cheese puffs. Perfect for weddings, Wednesdays, and that family or high school reunion where Bobby Ray's about to turn up. What's inside and why it deserves praise. Shea butter, aloe vera to soothe, hydrate, and remind your skin who's boss. Silk amino acids, anti-aging to deliver a soft, focused finish. And why, yes, I have been drinking lemon water every day, Radiance. Vitamin E and allantoin, which are antioxidant rich, soothing and secretly anti-aging like Granny's church hats, and glycerin humectant that holds moisture like it's the last potluck peach cobbler. How to use: apply to clean skin with fingers, brush or sponge, blend evenly over face and body, and then let it dry before dressing. Granny says streaks are for bacon, not skin. Add layers for deeper color. Rinse off with the evening wash. No drama, no dermal damage, no devotion required. Because when the Lord said, let there be light, I took that as permission to glow. So shine on, sugar.
Okay, so Eve, a couple of things here. I was using, now this is not a tanner. I want to make sure people realize this is a bronzer. And so this is not like some kind of, spray tanner that because that was what actually caused us to do the bronzer. Do you remember that conversation where I had bought something and it was irritating my skin? And you were like, well, we could do a bronzer and that would be healthy and this and that. And we would be the only ones and it's anti-aging. You could have an anti-aging face and body bronzer. So we had a whole conversation.
Why didn't they what you can do too?
It's so crazy, the stuff in these bronzers and tanners that they're putting in there, that they irritate your skin for a reason, y'all. It's so toxic for you. And so don't even go there. This is an anti-aging face and body bronzer. It's buildable. Now, I want to tell you, as light-skinned as I am, I will take the bronzer and it does not irritate my skin at all. It is absolutely amazing, but I have to be careful because it can make me look too dark. And so I will take a little bit of, even on the first run, it can make me look a little too dark. So I will put a little bit of like Noni Plus dry oil. If I'm putting it on my skin or on my face, it doesn't matter. You can use one of our Skin Silk body butters, face and body, or the body butter that we have. Any of those, any of our stuff that any of your lotiony kind of things like we call body butters, but, or your First Fruits lotion, anything to kind of just a little bit to kind of dilute it a little bit if you need it. Most people, it's going to work fine. Most people aren't as fair complected as I am, but I just want just something that makes me look like I got some kind of healthy color to me sometimes, and feeling like I need a little something. And so anyways,
you know what else works that a lot of
wonderful.
people don't think about? You can put a few drops in your makeup. And it is amazing because
That's
it's
a good idea. Yep. It's so hydrating. Jay Hagen 65 says, yay, I love bronzers. This one's beautiful. It doesn't stain your clothing. It's buildable. If you need a little bit darker color, just put on another coat of it. It washes right off. It doesn't stain your tub. It is absolutely amazing. So love this product. Love it. Okay, so let's see. We've got another new product. So you remember last time we came out with the fizzy bath powders, and someone had asked me during the show, are you going to do some that have some scents to them, some different aromas? And I thought, because we did allergy, cold, and sinus. We did 3. We did allergy, cold, and sinus. We did a pain blend, and then we also did stress relief. Mm-hmm. And so we now are releasing the goat milk. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't it. I don't know why. Yes, it is. It's a goat milk fizzy powder. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I put something a little bit different. So yeah, it's goat milk fizzy bath powder. And so it's now available in Vermont honey apple, which we have the bar soap for that. And so this is a big one. And then also vanilla papaya. So Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews had said that was her favorite scent out of everything. And it got me to thinking, and I was like, what else could I add vanilla papaya to? And so we really haven't done much with vanilla papaya, except for the very beginning of the things that we did initially, which was the souffle. And then I think we have the Demerara body scrub. And so I went on ahead and added it for the fizzy bath powder. I thought there'd be somebody that's going to love that. And I'm loving the bath powders.
Yes, I love that. I'm sorry. I'm just saying I need to order one.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us a little bit about it.
Let's talk about soaking. Real soaking, not rushed showering, not stress bathing, not standing in hot water replaying arguments from Tuesday. Actual soaking. These aren't childish little fizz products pretending to be wellness. These are comfort ceremonies. Goat milk, honey, sea moss, which is mineralized, magnesium, vitamin D3, kale and clay, and shea butter. That tub water starts looking less like bath water and more like immersion restoration. Goat milk helps soften and comfort skin naturally. Kale and clay gives gentle exfoliation without trying too hard or leaving skin angry afterward. The magnesium and vitamin D feel like tub vitamins for worn out people. And the relaxation, that's the cream cheese icing on the cake. Vermont honey apple smells like somebody baked peace in a farmhouse kitchen. And vanilla papaya smells like vacation money and emotional stability. And after a soak like this, skin feels softer, shoulders and jaws unclench, breathing slows down, and the whole house settles down, whether it does or not. Sometimes people don't need another productivity hack. They need warm water, minerals, and 30 uninterrupted minutes without somebody asking them where the scissors are. Have you ever noticed how healing starts happening the minute people finally sit down in warm water? This stuff is straight up amazing. And what I love about goat's milk is its natural lactic acid. So lactic acid breaks the dead skin cells from off your body. So when your skin turns over, those dead skin cells, they don't want to let go. So sebum, which is the body's natural oil, tends to hold them on there. So if you don't have a buffer or a scrub, something with lactic acid will do the same thing. It just does it without scrubbing.
I will never forget the first time I had a bath with goat milk in it. I will never. I talk about it often because it does. It does something for your skin. That's why we have goat milk baths. And
yeah.
Yes, and just moisturizes and exfoliates, like you said, at a whole nother level. And it's just so shocking. And so if you don't know, you don't know. And I will never forget. It's just amazing. So nutritious, if that makes sense. Okay. Well, so producer Ron says now that we've added more flavors and stuff through the holidays and different things. So, all right. We were asked earlier about the top 3 by W.R. Carr of the butter bombs, which are kind of like, they come in the sticks and you put them on your lips. And they have we have unflavored, and then we got a bunch of flavors. We're like the Baskin Robbins of butter bombs. And so we have number 1 selling in the last 4 months is Berrylicious. Number 2 is Black Cherry. Number 3 is Vanilla Latte. And number 4 is Key Lime. Key Lime has fallen into 4th place. I was not aware of this information. So Berrylicious, Black Cherry, Vanilla Latte, Key Lime. Now I will say I'd be interested to see the exact numbers because Key Lime is in the Citrus 3-pack that we have, which has lemonade, sweet orange, and key lime. So we probably really sold more than what the numbers show from that report because of how many we sell the other way. But anyways, it's a big one, no matter what. Okay. And Vanilla Latte, by the way, has been added. The lip products have been added to the Canaan Coffee bundle. So, we have a bundle on the website. Every time you buy a bundle, you get 5% off. Well, the bundle, we just added the lip scrub, the lip mask, and the butter balm, and those are all in the Vanilla Latte. So aren't those beautiful? Those are so beautiful. So there you go. All right. Knocked that out quickly. Okay, so let's go on ahead and move on. We got a big one now. We got our new tinctures. These are all organic, certified organic.
The oncology soap.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I missed a whole section. I'm looking at the wrong list. Thank you. So we'll wait for our tinctures. So we've got this oncology bar soap, y'all. We have been keeping this a secret for a while. So very excited. It's 100% pure oncology bar soap with goat milk, honey, and sea moss. Tell us about it.
Yes, this is, and when we say pure, here's what we mean by that. It takes 4 to 6 weeks to make these. These are cold processed, which means they are made by hand from scratch with 0 chemicals. Now bar soaps have to be made with lye, but the lye burns out of it, not under a flame. But I'll explain that in just a minute. There's not a single chemical in this soap. And though it says oncology, because I got an awful lot of people out there with turbo cancers and stuff looking for things, this is as clean as a bar soap could ever be. It's unscented. It will always be unscented. This is perfect for neonatal babies and the big babies who are, octogenarians and everybody in between. If you've got eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, keratosis pilaris, this is for you. If you don't like any scent, this is for you. It's for your face. It's for your hair. It's a shampoo bar. It's everything. If you have never used a cold processed soap, and I guarantee you the bulk of you have not, I have to be careful, but it's almost a religious experience. So I always say that bubbles are not usually a good sign. Bubbles are usually a sign of sulfate. There's no sulfate in this. The bubbles are from the lactic acid of the goat milk, but it's not like a standard soap. This is almost like, I'm so sorry. This is almost like a lotion bar soap. You know what? When you have a family emergency, everybody comes to you and they're just going to have to figure it out. I'm so sorry. So, the Oncology Pure Bar Soap, whatever you're walking through, we've got you. Skin on edge, diagnosis day, new baby, new worries, new everything, we got you. Trying to clean up your life one label at a time, we've definitely got you. No chemicals, zero. No colorants, no fillers, no just a little something extra. Handmade, hand poured, hand cut, cold processed, cured to last. What it's for: oncology clients navigating treatment, skin that stings, flares, or overreacts to everything, babies with brand new, just figuring it out skin, mamas trying to do better, cleaner, safer, crunchy folks reading every label like it's scripture, and anybody tired of guessing what's in their products. What it does, plain and honest. This is an old world cold processed soap making treated like sacred craftsmanship instead of industrial nonsense. Saponified coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil, shea butter, goat milk, honey, sea moss, and nothing else. That's not trendy, that's integrity. And the lather, rich, creamy, comforting, soft, easily rinsable. The kind of lather that makes people stand in the shower longer because their skin finally stopped arguing with them. Modern products have become so aggressive. Everything strips, burns, feels dry, itches, feels tight. Everything smells like laboratory bubbles. This one does the opposite. It's completely comforting. The goat milk helps soften delicate skin. Honey helps support moisture beautifully. And sea moss brings mineral-rich nourishment. Olive oil conditions, and castor oil creates rich, luxurious lather when mixed with the goat milk. Shea butter comforts stressed skin. This isn't just for survivors or people walking through the thickets of radiation and recovery. This is second skin for babies, from preemies to non-preemies. I love this bar soap. And the interesting thing about it is what people tell me is they don't feel any need to moisturize afterward because the moisture's in the bar. And I love that, because anytime we can do two things or more in one product, we've really paid attention to. I mean, everybody's got a little bit of expendable income, but the economy's still not where we want it to be. Let's just be honest about that. And so every product we make has to have multiple functions, and we've done that in this bar.
It's great. Okay. So, so that's on the website. It's our oncology bar soap. It's 100% pure. Producer Ron says our third winner for the reviews is Carolyn M. And so Carolyn, send me an email, michelle@nashvillemichelle.com, with your first name, your last name, your shipping address, and your phone number, sweetie. Thank you. Okay. So y'all know I love fur baby stuff. And so I'm very excited about today's fur baby products. We have 2 new products. And so this always has so many conversations. There's so much that goes in to fur baby health. Can it be for cats too? And we're going to go over that for you on both products. But it's like, you know, we talk about everything when it comes to fur babies, and it's very intentional because we have other products. And so you have to have an order to this, and because then it sets up for that. And it's just so much. And so because there are so much need, and so you can't just throw something out. And so, all right. So fur baby wellness honey, let's talk about it.
Okay. Even the guy that does our art, he called me, he's like, you sure this is for dogs? I'm like, sweetie, I've had chihuahuas my entire life, and trust me, they live longer than anybody else's. This is so for fur babies, but not cats. Let me explain. Godly Granny's Fur Baby Wellness Wildflower Honey. There are some things Granny keeps in the pantry because they just belong there. Bee pollen, cast iron, a sourdough starter from several administrations ago, and wellness support straight from creation for every fur baby in the family. Because long before everything became neon colored, chemically engineered, and impossible to pronounce, people understood the power packed inside the hive. And honestly, a whole lot of creatures did better back then. This isn't squeeze bottle cartoon honey from a bear. This is rich, golden, wildflower honey, people grade, the kind fur babies come running for before you can even get the lid back on. When pet parents reach for it, when the weather changes, when pollen starts acting possessed, when pets get overheated, when their energy drops, when their sugar is low, when they seem sluggish, stressed, picky, sweaty, or off, when seasonal irritation and itching starts kicking up, when senior pets need extra digestive support, and when they need a little help feeling more like themselves again. This is one of those old-fashioned wellness staples people keep around because they love their dogs. Why fur baby parents love it? It naturally supports a dog's immune system. It's rich in naturally occurring enzymes, which helps them digest everything better. If your dog can light up a room with the smell of his gas, this is for you. And I don't care how big they are. They can do that, can't they? Woo! All right. So it's rich in antioxidants, trace minerals, and beneficial compounds. It helps support energy and vitality. It's nutritionally one of the densest foods on the planet. It supports all digestion and tummy comfort and gas issues, encourages appetite in picky eaters, helps heal ear issues, helps soothe dry throats and coughing, supports healthy skin and coat appearance, combats all kinds of itching, and is loved by senior pets needing extra comfort and nutritional support, particularly in their bones. A comforting addition during stress, travel, weather changes, professional pollen season, grooming, or any other seasonal irritation. And unlike some health treats that smell like melted plastic and regret, most pets think this stuff is downright delicious. The good Lord made bees for a reason. Wildflower honey and bee pollen have been treasured for generations because they provide naturally occurring nourishment straight from creation itself. It coats, it comforts, it supports, it nourishes. And around here, Granny believes the good Lord already put a surprising amount of wellness support in gardens, hives, kitchens, and creation itself. No junk or nonsense, no artificial flavors, no fake sweeteners, no mystery fillers, no laboratory foolishness, just intentionally chosen wildflower honey for fur baby wellness support. For dogs, small dogs, 1/4 of a teaspoon daily as needed. Medium dogs, 1/2 of a teaspoon daily as needed. Large dogs, up to 1 teaspoon daily as needed. Served directly. They can lick it from the spoon. Just make sure it's a wooden spoon, or mix into food. If you have a cat, now I always say this, if you have a cat, you can give them a little lick, but I wouldn't give them a whole lot. Enzymes work differently in the digestive tract of a cat than they do the dog. But it's also not for diabetic pets, immunocompromised pets, or puppies or kittens under 1 year. A little goes a long way in little bodies. Now, let me tell you why we did this. We picked wildflower, though any of the homespun Godly Granny honeys will do. We picked wildflower because in that section of the bee farm, it's such a cool place. The trees, the bushes, everything have been chosen to be local support no matter where in the 48 contiguous states you come from. So there are shrubs and bushes from all over in that one area. So when we say wildflower, we truly don't just mean we let them fly off somewhere and come back and they lit and whatever they brought back. We choose what they bring back, and they bring back flora and fauna from the 48 contiguous states. Makes this unlike anything on the market. Now, I have 2 Chihuahuas, both slightly overweight, which is not unusual for Chihuahuas and Dachshunds, especially in the South. But they tend to get overheated very easily. And even though they're overweight, they're like 7 or 8 pounds. Okay, so there's that. But they have short coats, so when they go out and it's hot, it does not take them long to get overheated. And they come in, they're too tired to even drink water. But if you put a little honey on their tongue, if you love zoomies, you're about to get some very healthy enzymatic zoomies. Just don't overdo it. They don't need it. But please give it this other than something awful.
Yeah. And really, this is food grade because it's the same honey that we have for you guys. The problem was, I said to Eve, is I want a fur baby label on this particular honey because there's going to be people that didn't see the show. They're not going to read the product descriptions, at all the way to the bottom. They're not going to realize that we have a wellness honey that works for fur babies. Mm-hmm. And this helps with gut health. And so, right? And so,
yes, very much so. That, a lot of people take enzymes by mouth when they eat to help them digest food better, to help, stop gas, stop bloating, stop not being able to go to the bathroom, stop going to the bathroom too much. All of that is enzyme driven. And this is 100% natural enzymes is what this is.
Yeah. So just want to stress that. So this is, food grade. It's not some secondary thing or second rate stuff for fur babies.
Same one you get, just a different label.
That's right. We did it this way.
On the label.
We did it foolproof. And so, so I bought extra inventory to make sure that we had it for you, for your fur babies. This is wellness honey at its finest. Absolute finest. I want to make sure people understand what Eve just explained. So people ask, well, I've always heard you're supposed to have local honey. Do you understand about where these bees are and the environment they're in? So what she's explaining is that all of our honey is like local honey because of the way everything's been set up. They've already handled all of that. So no matter where you live in the United States, this is going to be like local honey. And so anything else, Eve, before we move on?
No.
This is great.
If your dog has bad gas, try this, but don't do it once and say, well, she still farted in the bed. Please don't do that. And forgive me if I said that. I'm just being real. Me, I'm transparent. You got to get it in their system. You don't have to give it to them every day. And in the winter, they don't need it every day if they have a healthy diet. The thing is, I don't know, very few people make their pet food. We make our pet food, so we know what's going in it. But, if they're eating kibble or whatever, I don't care. Even if you're getting it delivered and it looks like real food, it's mostly oil in those foods. We tried it just to see. So they need this. But just like anything else, it's got to get in their system. Just don't overdo it. They don't need it to be overdone. But you're going to see them. They'll perk up within 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But just go by the dosages on the packaging, please. Okay, it's kind of like what we were saying about the essential oils. This is not like, oh, we need a lot, so it works extra better. Go by the dosages, okay? Don't overdo it. Simply Sylvia says, I'm sorry, but I don't understand. What does she mean for oncology? So she's talking about the pure bar soap.
Oncology is the word that everybody uses because when you say the C word, CANCER on most podcasts or whatever, you get shadow banned, whatever. So this is anybody dealing with, you come from a family where the C word is prevalent and you're concerned about it. You got the jab. You've been around people who got the jab, who are in some cases heading toward turbo cancer. Or you're on the other side of that. And before you knew better, you did chemo and radiation and your skin is just not your skin anymore. It's not the skin you remember. So that's just for that. But that covers a wide range of things because you can get, leukemia is a whole separate thing than stomach cancer. That's a whole separate thing than brain cancer. But it all falls under the heading of oncology.
Yeah. All right. Wanda Thacker is asking on YouTube, hello, Eve and Michelle, where do I go to leave a review? You go to godlygranny.com. And then you go to the product page that you want to leave a review for. And then you go past the product description, scroll down and keep going at the bottom of that page. So let's say you want to leave a product review for, let's say, the rinse aid for your dishwasher. So you go to that product page, like as though you would purchase it, and you read up on it and all that. Well, you go past all that and keep scrolling down and you'll see where you can leave a review for that product. Okay. Okay. And every 10th winner, if you're tuning in a little bit late, is getting a future product that we have coming up next release, but you're going to get it early. No labels. It's that early, but it's dreamy. Okay, but we have the products and we're going to send them to you. Okay, send it to you. There's one, and it's a very, very nice one. Okay, another fur baby product that we've got today. We've got two that we're releasing. Before I go to that, I want to answer. So, fourth review winner is Robin W. Robin, be sure to send me your first name, your last name.
I'm so proud of y'all.
I know, it's great. So Robin W, first name, last name, shipping address, and phone number, honey. Let's see. So Mrs. MJ Norris says, I got the goat milk soak as a gift. I'm thinking she's meaning the goat milk baths that we did in the old timey looking, and it has the leaves, like the lavender has the lavender leaves, and those are so dreamy too. The eucalyptus leaves are in the allergy, cold, and sinus one. So they're beautiful. And she says she got those. Amazing how every inch of your skin feels smooth. Best soaking bath ever. I love it. Okay. And hey, a pro tip. So if you ever take a bath with the parts and pieces in it, especially our vials, the still waters vials. Oh, let me tell you. So we even give you, when you buy those, we even give you the muslin bags. Okay. So when you put all that in there, you want to put it in the muslin bag. So that way the parts and pieces don't get down the drain. Okay. Y'all, especially that one. If you will just, there you go, producer Ron. It has rose in it and lavender. Okay. If you will take that bag and put it in the water, pull it back out and just squeeze it, put it back in the water, so saturate it again, pick it back up, and you will just see, oh my goodness, and smell the aroma. It is, you want to get the most out of your money for these kind of baths with these parts and pieces. You put them in that muslin bag, like you see here. There's 4 vials in that gift box, so there's 4 muslin bags. But this one specifically, it is so dreamy. The aroma is amazing, especially when you put lavender and rose together. It's amazing. Okay, so just wanted to give you that pro tip. Okay, beloved warrior 22 says, is this different? She's talking about the wellness honey than the wildflower honey that you have. No, honey, that's what we were saying. No pun intended. I call everybody honey. No, it's the same thing. That's why I was saying it's still human grade, because it's the same stuff that we already sell. We just want to make sure that people realize that they can give it to their fur babies, and it's so important and such a great, huge superfood for dogs. I mean, honey is a superfood for all of us, and I wanted to make sure that you had the dosages. So if you buy the fur baby one, then it has the dosages on it. Okay, so we just wanted to make sure you had that. Cooper Smith says, can this honey be used daily? My dog Cooper has allergies all year.
Well, it really depends on the dog. It depends on what you're feeding, and it depends on your geographical area. So let me tell you what I would suggest. I would start them 5 days a week, and I would give them weekends off and see how they do that. Do that 3 or 4 weeks and then go from there. As it starts to compound and push out some of the toxins they don't need, that you can go down to 3 days a week. But I wouldn't start them on a 7-day a week. Give them 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, 2 days off, and let them build up to it. Kind of like when I tell people to start the bee pollen.
All right, that sounds great. All right, next fur baby product. We've got 2 that we're releasing today. So the first one was the wellness honey. The second one is fur baby anti-itch yeast mode soak sprinkles. Now, we've been working toward helping with anti-itch. We have already a couple of anti-itch products like the anti-itch bar soap. We got the little fur baby foot stuff, for the anti-itch cream. And then now we're doing a soak. So, just like you soak in water, so can your fur babies. Now, we don't have a picture yet. It was a little technical difficulty, so we'll have it by Monday. But just think about how the container, it's 12 ounces, and it's the same exact container as what we put the fizzy powder in. Or if you've had our bath salts that are in the 12-ounce jar, it's the same thing, and this is a powder. And so just want to make sure you understand that. Okay, Eve, take it away.
Okay, now let me explain. We have a Chihuahua named Butterbean who's about to be 8. And Butterbean is allergic to herself, we believe. So we make her food. And since we started doing that 2 years ago, she's been much better. But she still gets occasional yeast issues. And we're probably the crunchiest parents that I know. So John being a formulator, and my son-in-law's a formulator, they have tried everything under the sun. Now, it used to be you could smell butterbean coming, and you can only wash a dog so many times when they've got those kind of skin issues. And they worked on it. It's been probably a year, wouldn't you say, that we've been working on this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably every bit of a year. And everybody kept asking for it like we weren't working on it. Wasn't that? I wasn't going to release something that didn't work. Buddy, Butterbean's been pink for 3 months. Pink. You just don't understand. When they've got yeast, they're brownish black. Big difference. Big difference. So let me tell you about this soak. If your dog licks their paws a lot, even if you don't see yeast on their skin, it's yeast. So let me explain. Let's discuss the family members looking themselves like they're trying to solve personal problems. If your dog smells suspiciously like Tostitos, keeps chewing their feet, licking nonstop, scratching all night, rubbing against the furniture, and dragging their nether regions across the carpet like they're trying to start a lawnmower, or acting offended by their own smell, listen to Granny. Because when fur babies are miserable, the whole household is miserable. Nobody sleeps peacefully listening to calls being marinated at 2 a.m. And people feel heartbroken watching the discomfort they can't explain to the little creatures they love. These soak sprinkles were built with intention. Neem oil, big deal for dogs and cats. Chia seed oil, colloidal oatmeal, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, cedar wood, and rosemary. That's not perfume powder. That's a canine and feline intervention. The oatmeal comforts irritated skin beautifully. Neem oil was the secret sauce, beloved for troubled skin situations. Apple cider vinegar helps support balance naturally and dissolves the yeast. And then the natural oils help comfort stressed out dry skin and coat and hair. And when those little paws finally settle down, peace returns to the home, because peaceful pets create peaceful households. Now, I'm telling you, as little as Moji, we got the little chihuahua, her tongue is that big. And I'd wake up the next morning and the sheets would be wet because she'd lick. They don't do that anymore. I cannot tell you how comforting it is. So let me tell you, before we knew, we first got Butterbean and we found out she was allergic to everything. And that was not even talking about what they're dropping out of the skies. We used to get a shot called Cytopoint. And I guarantee you right now, anybody in your audience that has a dog is going, it's about $80 and I have to go every 4 weeks, or my dog crashes to death. Please don't do that. We didn't know 8 years ago. We know now. Cytopoint completely wrecks their natural body defense system. And to be honest, it never worked for her more than about 72 hours. So what do you do when your baby is miserable? Miserable. And you hear that thump, 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 and they're chewing their ears and they're chewing their feet and they're chewing their tail and they smell like Fritos. And it's not a good way. So no matter what we did, it came back, it came back, it came back, it came back, it came back. And we changed the diet, it came back, we did this, it came back. We quit this. The Cytopoint's been gone now for, I don't know, maybe 2 years. I don't really remember when we stopped doing that, and tried everything under the sun. What we do now, if you got a Mastiff, this is not going to work, but because we have Chihuahuas, we have a sink in the kitchen that we use, and you can do one of two things. You can just put them up to the elbows, or their whatever they call their elbows, and let them just soak. Just sing to them, pet them, whatever. They do not mind having their ears rubbed for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Or you can submerge them, but don't do it in a bathtub, because a bathtub is too diluted. So if you don't have a wash sink that you can do it in, please get a smaller something that fits your dog so that it's not too diluted. Now, it's not going to work the first time. I'm going to have to go ahead and tell you, like everything else, the apple cider vinegar and the neem have to have time to go in and beat up the things that are creating issues within their skin. The nice thing is, if you're also doing the wellness honey, the digestive enzymes in the wellness honey will help them counteract that and push it out of the body faster. What I can tell you now, Butterbean still has itches sometimes, but she's pink. She smells good even between washings. And go to sleep to thump, 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 and I don't wake up with wet sheets anymore. And I'm telling you, I cannot stand it when she's miserable. I can't stand it because there's nothing I can physically do about it. But I'm telling you, we've created a winner here. And this is just one of other yeast things we're going to do, because I can't put a one and done out there because there's many reasons for yeast. Okay. So what we did is we decided to first attack the most obvious one, which is about 78% of dogs carry. So if you're one of those people that says, I used it faithfully and it didn't work, I don't think that's going to happen. But we have other things that are coming to go with this because it's not a one and done. It's got to be, everything has to change. The way you feed them, the way you bathe them. You need to be bathing them in Godly Granny stuff. And, we're talking about the sprinkles that are going to go on the top of the food that are going to fix this with the honey. The honey was just the first launch. We're getting to the bottom of this, and we didn't launch prematurely because we wanted it to work.
Yeah. So for those of you that we said in the fall, we're working on it. We were genuinely working on it. It's just that what we ended up finding out, and I did come back and explain this on another show back then, was that this isn't just a quick fix. And so it was going to take time. And that's what we've done. We've taken the time. We've done it right. And we've consulted with the experts who have given us a number of things to do. And so this was the first thing we're rolling out, and then also the wellness honey. So that way you're getting it from both sides. You're getting on the outside in and then the inside out. So, okay, let's talk about this video. I saw this video this morning and I sent it to Eve and I said, I cannot stand this. So let's take a look at this woman taking her dog through the drive-through. Let's see. Well-intentioned, I'm sure.
So we went to Starbucks, and little Max is being very judgmental of his pup cup, which I don't think is fair because this seems like a normal fresh cup of cream. Max.
I think it looks beautiful with your fur, sweetie.
Little Max, be polite. Be polite. We're going to get your pup cup, sweetie. Be polite. There you go. All right, Max, this is your very first time on TikTok having a pup cup. Are you ready? What do you think? Do you like it? Are you just deciding? What do you think, sweetie? You don't like your whipped cream? Oh, it was not up to the king's standards? Well, Max, it looks like a perfectly good cup of whipped cream. Why are you being so judgy? They were so sweet, they gave me a free cake pop on top of my little coffee and Max's pup cup.
Okay. All right. So I would say don't.
Services.
What'd you say?
Call them Child Protective Services.
I mean, people mean well. And this also goes back to how we've been so programmed to think that food goes with celebrations like birthday parties, weddings, oh, you need a cake. And so, or, oh, you were doing good. Let's go out and celebrate. And so it's just, there's so much in all of that. And I know that, but here's the very basic thing. You can't feed your fur baby the wellness honey and then take fur baby through the drive-through and get it a pup cup, get him or her a pup cup. And so we just want to make sure that people realize, because the pup cup thing is very, very popular. And so this is what I say. So if you're like, but Michelle, I just don't know how to say no. I don't know how. So this is what I say. I say, oh, no, thank you. He has a strict diet that he's on. And so I don't go, oh, no, I wouldn't give him all that crapola that you're trying to. I mean, it's not good for us. Why would it be good for our fur babies? So no. And then the other thing that I deal with is at the bank. And so, because Flash goes with me in the car all the time. And so He was out today with me. And so he goes to the granny shack. He goes to the bank. And so at the bank, they try to give the milk bones. Well, the milk bones are probably straight from China, y'all. Like, I haven't even looked at the ingredient deck. I don't need to. I cringe at the thought of looking at it. And so those milk bones, no, that's a no. And so just giving you a heads up that is not what you give your fur baby. And so the honey will be something that they love anyways. And so, and I just want to remind you about those frozen treats and the little trays and stuff that I shared about last year, where I make Flash's frozen treats, especially this time of the year. He really loves it. That has the organic pumpkin and the organic coconut oil. And so it's so great. And so very refreshing and all organic ingredients. Okay. So we just wanted to bring it to your attention because some people may not be thinking about it, and we want to connect those dots for you. And so, Eve, you got anything you want to add about pup cups?
Yeah, I need you to understand something. I don't know how much your dog weighs, but even if you've got a bull mastiff that weighs 135 pounds, that's still not a lot of weight compared to a lot of people. And most dogs are in the 50 under category, and most dogs are in the 35 and under category. So their body's just, it's just a little bit moderation. There is no moderation to something that weighs 7 pounds. There is no moderation. It's not a such thing. So if you're going to feed your dog crap and then come at me and say, the honey didn't do anything, he still got gas, and the sprinkles didn't do anything because he still smells like corn chips. Well, what did you do different? Did you do what you were supposed to do? Parents have responsibilities, whether our children have 2 legs or 4. That's on us. So I just want to make you aware. And we're going to walk with you through the next steps as much as we can on how to clean up their life, just as much as we clean up our lives, and get you to stop taking them to big pharma vets that are not holistic vets, and I even worry about some of those, and charge you ridiculous prices that are going to end up costing you more in the long run, because it's going to cut their lifespan short. It's going to make the rest of their life less healthy and bring on more bills because you're going to be dealing with more things.
Mm-hmm. That's right. All right, let's take a look. So we got a viewer email today. We had to laugh because it was like, what timing? We just can't make this stuff up. It's amazing. So viewer email is from viewer Jen and customer Jen. She's a big Godly Granny customer. I looked her up to make sure that we knew exactly which product that it was that we could show you what she purchased. So this is the Dead Sea. She calls it a little bit different. So it's the Dead Sea. Producer Ron, show us the number 2. I want to show everybody which product it is. So it's the Organic Dead Sea Mineral Mud Face Mask and Scalp Mask. Okay, I know that's a long. This product does so much. This is an amazing product, and we're going to tell you a lot of stuff about all of this in a minute. So let's go back to the other one. That's actually a screenshot of her order. So where she purchased it. And so and she got the tea tree version. So it says, "Hi, Michelle, I have to share this story with you, and I would love to hear Eve's input on it or on this. I took my Rottweiler Rip to my parents' ranch while we were on vacation, and he came back with fleas. Of course, I don't use the harsh chemicals on him, and so I looked in my Godly Granny medicine cabinet and decided to use the Dead Sea Mineral Sugar Scrub on him. Now, there's not sugar in this. I think it's a lot of words, and so I don't want people to get confused. That's why we sent you or showed you what it was. And so, and we'll show it again in a minute. I put him in the shower, lathered him up, scrubbed it in, and after about 5 minutes, there were dead fleas on the shower floor. I kept it on him as long as he would allow, which was about 15 minutes. So amazing. I love everything I have ever ordered from Godly Granny. This just blew my mind. Just so you know, he is fleas free. I also dusted him with diatomaceous earth after I dried him. Lots of love and gratitude, Jen and her fur baby Rip." And so let's show the product again. Okay, so Eve, tell us what happened. So 5 minutes in of a 15-minute bath with this on, the fleas were dropping like little flies.
So what happens if you put salt on a slug? It just goes, it just dehydrates to death. That's exactly what happened with these fleas. Fleas don't have much body weight, and they're just full of blood, basically. So it's very easy to do, but it's not bad salt. It's not white salt. It's not bleach salt. It's not table salt. Not that all table salt is bad, because we do need some iodine, just not the kind that they sell us at the grocery store. But I digress. This salt is organic Dead Sea salt. It is certified organic Dead Sea salt. I don't normally pay for certifications because I don't like the FDA or the USDA. Sometimes it's important. And I want people to know, okay, we went fishing and shopping on the Israel side of the Dead Sea and not the other side of the Dead Sea. We went to where they worship on Saturday, not on Friday. But anyway, so I make a joke to say this: fleas and ticks, you can just absolutely dehydrate them to death in a matter of minutes. Which will also make a tick let go too. So instead of trying to pull it out, leaving the head in and let more poison coming off them. So that's all you did. You poured salt on a slug. Now, I did say this, and the tea tree helped too. You also detoxed the dog very well. The thing is, that was a lot of salt for a dog. Not bad salt, just a lot of salt, period. So if your dog is already on the dry, itchy side, there's something that you may have to do if you decide to do this, which is a wonderful idea to do occasionally, just to detox them, especially like their paws, because that's where the pores are, the sweat pores for them, in their ears for mites and things like that. But the nice thing is, if your dog is dry after this and begins itching, a little honey. What does it say?
Honey.
A little bit of honey makes the medicine go down. And I said, and this was, she called me and I'm like, well, let me tell you what it is. The honey, the timing. I'm just like, how is that possible? We didn't make this up. This came in today. We launched this today. And she probably didn't even know because it just happened. And I'm not saying that it'll make the dog itch, but if it does, the quick fix is the honey.
Isn't that amazing? And so, such a smart fur baby mama. So Jennifer, way to go, honey. That's great. All right. So I want to give a couple of updates. Kazadu says that dog knows that pup cup is garbage. He doesn't want to eat it. That's probably it.
Cool it's Cool Whip, which is nothing but petroleum, people.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So Cooper, okay, we answered that. The 5th review winner is Susan B, as in boy. Susan, be sure to email me, Michelle@NashvilleMichelle.com, your first name, your last name, your shipping address, and your full shipping address, and your phone number. Also, we have another winner, I think. Yes, we do. The 6th winner, for those of you, every 10th person, every 10th review that comes in, the winner of that review is getting a special gift. And so the 6th one is Wanda T. Okay, Simply Sylvia says, probably tastes like chemicals. I can taste stuff like that too. Yes. Yeah, great point. That's right.
Smell good.
No. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so Kay Gregg is asking, sorry for going back, but would you use the oncology bar on a suspicious spot?
All day long. It's not going to make it go away. It's not what it's for. It's to not make it worse, where regular bar soap could.
All right. Debbie Taylor says, what would be the best spot or product for aging hands, brown spots, large veins?
That's your age spot hyperpigmentation brightening line.
We have a whole line for that. Let's say she only buys 2 products in that line and she can't afford the whole thing, which, by the way, if you buy the whole product line, you can get it as a bundle and get you 5% off. But let's say she can only purchase 2 of the products in the line. Did she do the bar soap and the serum, the wash? Which products?
I'll tell you what I would do, and this may not be everybody. For me, I would do the bar soap and the mask, and I'll tell you why. Those are the quicker fixes of it, and you use the bar soap more often. And the mask is very powerful. However, you wash both those things off. So I had somebody ask me this the other day, and they're like, well, I want something I can leave on. Well, I understand that, but you said 2. If I could only do 2, I would do the bar soap and the mask. If I had to do 2 and I had to pick one of those and something that stays on,
a serum?
I would do the mask and the cream.
Okay. All right. That helps. Hope that helps everybody.
We need to have a show talking about what age spots actually are, because they're not what people think they are. Remember, we talked about it.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. Pierce Mom 1 says, I just got off of work. I listened on the way home. I listened on the way home. I love Eve say that she makes her own food for her Chihuahua. She can can she share the recipe for Pierre, my Chihuahua?
Glad
And
to.
so, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that another time on another show. Okay. Avery R says, where's the curly shampoo? That's not this release. That's going to be next release. And so, but it's coming. Okay. And it's going to be shampoo and conditioner. And we have another mask that it's so good. Louis Bien. Okay. Let's go on. We got a lot to cover. All right. So the next one is, I love these. I absolutely am a big fan of our mini sticks. Well, we have 3 new ones and we have something special for you. So let's talk about it. So the magnesium nighttime mini stick, we have the magnesium creams that everybody loves. And so look at this. We now have it as a lotion stick. And so you can take the mini stick, just put it right here under your feet, not get it on your hands. And so that way, if you just roll over and go to sleep, you're not rolling over and going to sleep and then rubbing your eye and then get it in your eye. That's always my problem. So this is the PM blend. And this is just right in line with what we already have. It's just in a different form now. We had some sticks already in some things like the stress relief and the allergy, cold, and sinus. We didn't have a stick in this PM blend. And so this is the first stick that we have. And I'm so glad that we have it now. You want to add anything to this before we move on to the next one?
A little bit. Y'all have been buying mini sticks like civilization was collapsing. Apparently, many of you were transporting full-size products in sandwich bags like you were riding dirty in cars. So Granny made purse piece. This tiny little stick may be small, but it's powerful. Magnesium, vitamin D3, chamomile, passion flower, lemon balm, and ashwagandha. That's basically a lullaby with a lid. Rub it on feet, the back of the neck, shoulders, legs, belly button, or anywhere your body starts conducting electrical activity after dark. Perfect for travel, carry-ons, nightstands, teachers' gifts, hospital bags, church retreats, and emotional emergencies. Tiny tube, massive comfort.
I love it.
Short-winded.
Yep. Okay. All right. Now the next mini stick, we have 3 that we're coming out with today. The next one is testosterone. We're only coming out with this one in the unscented. And so the testosterone mini stick, this is so great. All right, Eve.
All right, gentlemen and women. Granny didn't forget, y'all, modern life has worn a lot of people smooth. Stress, poor sleep, pain, overwork, exhaustion, feeling tired before the day even starts. No spark, no drive, no energy left after giving everything away all day long. This little stick was built for that. Ginseng, Tongkat Ali, Tribulus, Maca, cordyceps, horny goatweed, which sounds less like ingredients and more like frontier cavalry. For energy, drive, focus, strength, intimacy, vitality, motivation, blood pressure, heart health, circulation, brain health, and pain relief. Because when men feel better, the whole family feels better. But remember, if you have low energy or pain that just the nagging pain that won't go completely away, a lot of times for women, it's because you're testosterone deficient. Both sexes need a little of both.
I am convinced we have more women taking the testosterone cream than the men. We sell a ton of the unscented over Man of Valor and Rustic Man. And so I'm just convinced, I think a lot of women, which, I mean, that's fantastic that women are realizing it's for them as well. We talked to a lot of women.
If you wake up and you're as tired when you wake up as when you went to sleep, you need 2 things: bee pollen and testosterone.
That's true.
Period. End of discussion. Somebody asked me the other day, said, how many cups of coffee have you had? And I'm like, I don't drink coffee. Didn't you see my area code? I drink tea. But for your information, it's not percolated. It's bee pollen. Big difference. Big difference.
Just a little bit goes a long way. A jar will last you the whole month. Okay, so you take the testosterone in the morning and you take the wild yam at night, ladies. Mm-hmm. Testosterone will give you so much energy. You don't be taking that at night bedtime, or you'll be sending me emails at 4:00 in the morning wanting to know why you're wide awake. And then right here, we have the wild yam mini stick. Look at this little baby. So you can take this at night. Isn't this great? Isn't this wonderful? Okay, so Eve, tell us about it.
1 sentence. This tube may reduce the national bail bond rate among women. Hormones are not a personality flaw. Sometimes your body simply starts hosting unauthorized meetings, hot flashes, mood swings, crying jags, hating people you're married to, hating people you used to be married to, depression, restlessness, stress, monthly mutiny, feeling one inconvenience away from fighting somebody beside the flash sale aisle. And women quietly carry so much while pretending they're fine. We're not. This little stick is packed with supportive botanicals that make women feel seen and heard. Wild yam, black cohosh, ashwagandha, magnesium, white willow bark, cordyceps, ginger, nettle, and that's not fluff. That's botanical backup. Tiny tube, massive emotional, mental, and physical support, because women don't need a lecture. They need a support stick in their purse.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a little surprise for everybody. So remember, I was saying at the beginning of today's show that all the new releases get 5% off. They're already marked on the website for you. So when you go to checkout, you're still able to use a coupon code as well. Well, in addition to that, you know, I love a good bundle where you can build your own bundle. I came up with that. Thank you. And so, producer Ron, if you go to the website, look at that. You can build your own bundle when it comes to the mini sticks. So we now have 9 mini sticks, including today. So today's three new mini sticks. I want to make sure you hear me here. So it's the PM blend, the testosterone, and the wild yam. So those are the 3 new mini sticks. So we already had the others, but those are already 5% off. But when you build your own bundle and you put at least 6 in the bundle, it will give you another 5% off those 3 mini sticks. It's going to give you 5% off of everything else as well, because it gives you 5% off the whole thing. But remember, those first 3 are already reduced 5% now through the end of Tuesday. So Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, then the sale is off. But look at that. Producer Ron even did a video. We have the best producer. Okay, so I say we because, you know, he belongs to the whole community. So the Michelle family, he works hard for all of us, not just me. Okay, so wanted you to know about that. Look at that. Are those mini sticks gorgeous or what? Now, let's look at a couple of questions that we have, Eve, before we get into the next one. So Marguerite, for me, says, how often should you use a mask?
You talking about a hair mask or a face and body mask?
I think she's talking about the face mask because we were talking about the age spots.
Okay. Oh, if you're talking about the age spot mask, I would start off using it at least 4 times a week. It's not going to work overnight. I tell everybody it's not going to work overnight, but Michelle will tell you that from the testimonials, it works faster than I claim it will. But I would rather err on the side of safety and get really good reviews because you're happy because you know that you can trust me what I told you. I would start 4 days a week. Well, let me take it back. I would do it one day, skip a day, do a day, skip a day, do a day, skip
every other.
Yeah, that's what I would do. And then I would taper down to 3 days a week. I would stay 2 days a week because sunspots aren't coming from the sun. They're coming from the inside out. And just because you get rid of one doesn't mean another one's not coming back in the exact same place, which we're going to do a show about in the very near future. It's a really big deal. But that's what I would do.
Okay. Alexandria says, I have used Nair facial hair remover for a very long time. Are you cringing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I now have a chemical burn and tiny white heads in the smile creases that run from my nose to my corners of my mouth. Suggestions, Eve? Bless her heart.
Yeah. Okay. If you've been doing it for a long time, you may have killed the cell matrix. And if that has happened, there's not a whole lot I can do. However, we don't know that that's the case. So a couple of things. You definitely need to be eating the honey or the bee pollen. Let me tell you, bee pollen is the part of things that bees use to completely heal their hive and their bodies. So that's a really good chance. You've got to do it from the inside out. Now, from the outside in, I don't know your skin type, but here's what I would do. I would first try the Colombian coffee scrub or the activated coffee scrub.
Canaan coffee. It's our Canaan coffee scrub is what we call it.
And then for beauty, I would use the retinol cream and serum, the Genesis retinol cream and serum, because retinol resurfaces anything that can be resurfaced. So I would be scrub heavy for a month or so. And then I would do the retinol for 3 to 6 months. And then I would come back, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. I would do the niacinamide undercoat. What do you call the supercharger? The niacinamide serum with the H-spot corrector, because what that's going to do is bring any hope back of natural color. So the scrub will help with the bumps and pulling out the stuff from the pores. The retinol will reset, and hopefully the H-spot hyperpigmentation brightening will bring it back. In the meantime, if you need moisture, additional moisture, as crazy as it sounds, you need the eczema butter. Everybody says, well, if I've got really dehydrated skin, do I need the noni oil? All of those are wonderful things. We don't make anything that's not moisturizing, but if you can only have one moisturizer, it needs to be the eczema butter or the unscented skin silk. It's the same formula because it does everything. And I don't make a secret about the eczema cream being the base in the majority of stuff we do that's non-beauty. So I know that sounds like a lot, but that's an awful lot of damage we have to try to undo. And I do not make any promises, but you got a 50-50 shot. It also depends on how much melanin you have in your skin. I don't know your natural skin tone color.
All right. Avery R says, I'm 50 years old and I'm full of energy all day from bee pollen and testosterone. You go, girl. Good job. Kazadu says, that's a bummer because I love testosterone cream and the Rustic Man. Well, now we're not getting rid of the Rustic Man testosterone cream. We just haven't put it in a mini stick. Are you saying that's what the bummer is you would want it in the mini stick?
Read the next one.
Please don't get rid of the Rustic Man and yeah, we're not getting rid of it. We just didn't do the mini stick in it, honey. But we just didn't do the mini stick, but it's in the 2-ounce tube. And no, it's not in the 2-ounce tube. We only did the 2-ounce tube in the unscented, and then the mini stick is only in the unscented. Okay. So I'm not sure if you're thinking I'm getting rid of the Rustic Man in the testosterone. I'm not getting rid of Rustic Man or Man of Valor in the testosterone cream. We're keeping all three. We just didn't do the mini stick in it or the 2-ounce tubes. We just kept it as an unscented. That's a lot of inventory. You get into, we're a small business, and it gets to where it's a lot. And so y'all, and look at how quickly we're turning around your orders. Like we're putting your order out within 24 hours when it's a business day. And even on Saturdays, a lot of times your order goes out if you place it Friday night. And so Saturday morning, a lot of times your orders are out, or even orders placed on Saturday morning will go out Saturday late morning. I'm not older, just older too, says, what about testosterone and unwanted hair? You're going to have to be more specific, honey.
I know what she's asking. She's saying if she takes oral testosterone, wears a testosterone patch, or gets the hormone identical testosterone, it makes you grow unwanted hair in women. Mm-hmm. And she is right. The topical will not, unless, and here's a big caveat here, a lot of women after 40 or 45 grow hair on their chin, out their nose, on their outer parts of their ear. And we think that that's not normal. It is completely part of our physiology. So if you were going to grow hair in those places, you're going to do it anyway. But topical testosterone that is made out of food and not man-made out of chemicals will not make you grow hair in areas you don't want it.
Okay, perfect. MVET says, I hope you can come up with something for my fur baby's ears. 3 double ear infections just this year, $1,000 later. Vet says from allergies.
Can I, I'm so excited. The wellness honey, period. The soak, period. Here's what John does. So after he finishes with butterbean, soaking up to about right here, and sometimes it's the whole thing, he also takes like a cotton cloth and massages her ears with it. She used to be a terrible ear digger. She doesn't do that anymore. It takes a minute. It takes a minute because a lot of times it's not allergies. A lot of times it's mites. And I know that freaks everybody out, but everybody has them.
Okay, so you're talking about when she's standing in her bath water, mm-hmm. in the little tub in the kitchen, like we put Flashmore in the kitchen sink because it's one big basin. Yeah. So You're talking about while he's in there, you can take some of that bath water and put it in the little ears a little bit.
Your
and make
fingers,
sure-
you've got oils on your fingers and you've got journal in here. Get a cotton cloth or cheesecloth or something like that that's been cleaned in Golly Granny all natural detergent. Got to be that. And just soak it down and just rub them inside and out, outer, behind, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Now, let me tell you something interesting. Most people don't know. Where do we tell people to put product, no matter what it is? The bottoms of their feet, right?
And belly button.
Because the belly button's got 73,000 blood vessels directly under behind it that go to every body extremity in 120 seconds. So do dogs. So do cats. They don't have innies like we have, but it's the same exact thing. So anything you put on your dog, you put on their paws and you put in their belly button area.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. So, hope that helps you, honey. Beloved Warrior says, yes, fast orders. You're all amazing, Michelle. Thank you. The girls work so hard. They really do to get everything out. And then if they can't keep up, then it's a family affair. My husband has made plenty of boxes since we took over distribution. Love and light twins or wins. Okay. Love and light wins. Love. Yes, of course. Love the unscented face and butter for my face. Then run my hands through my hair for smoothing after. Oh, yes. Yeah, that'd be a great one.
So the unscented skin silk butter is great for moisturizing your hair because it's made with shea cocoa and mango butter.
KM Sunshine 1974 says, we got our order from Godly Granny today. I can't wait to try the pain poultice. We have sold a lot of pain poultice. And so it's funny because we've had a lot of reorders because people will use it and then they buy it for all their family and friends, or they give it to somebody and then they had to replace it. And because all it takes is one time. And a lot of times the inflammation is just pulled out. And these testimonials are amazing. I've been so amazed at some of y'all's testimonies. In fact, I shared about reading one back when we first released it within a couple of weeks. And I was at the Granny Shack with my husband. I was reading it to him and we both started crying. I mean, the lady's testimony was just amazing. Okay, I wanted to also read a couple of reviews from the website on the gourmet honey, the infused honey. Let's see, this is from Janet P. She says, yummy honey. And it says, love all the honeys and sometimes just open a jar and scoop out a little taste. Yummy. This one is from Tanya J. For the plant-powered laundry detergent, which is our liquid laundry detergent. Says, another amazing product. I love this product, especially the clean linen. It's fresh linen. I was like, clean linen. Just enough suds to clean, and it smells amazing. Thank you, Godly Granny. Okay, the activated charcoal bar soap says actually on the label, detoxifying and moisturizing activated charcoal bar soap with cocoa, mango, and shea butters. Okay, so Abby G left this review, and we thought this would be a great opportunity, or I did, and so I'm bringing it up for everybody. So especially newbies. She says, underarm BO buster, lymph, and shampoo. To be frank, my underarm body odor was bad. I spent most of my life using aluminum antiperspirant deodorant. Bar soap just wouldn't take away the smell unless I used a loofah to scrub it away. I wanted to see if the Godly Granny charcoal soap would help with my problem. Yes, ma'am, it did. I now can get out of the shower and not smell like BO. I'm noticing that the pain in my lymph is lessening in my armpits as well. I believe it's clearing it out. I lather the charcoal soap up and I let it sit for as long as possible in the shower, and then I rinse off. Give it a try if you struggle like I did. I also wash my hair with the charcoal soap. Unscented is my go-to. That's one I like to, y'all know I like unscented stuff. Okay, so it's a shampoo. We talked about that. The scrub is amazing. I got to tell you, though, my favorite right now for my hair is I have been using the Clarifying Acne Scrub. There's a scrub with that line, that skincare line. But now it depends on you and your hair. I always feel like I need a little extra when it comes to detoxifying. So either the scrub or the bar soap but when you put that in your hair, especially the bar soap, what you want to do is, like, I have a shower with a rain head. So I stand under that because it literally, and I'll put it up here and it will literally just wash through your hair. You do not leave it on your hair. I promise you, it doesn't need to sit. A little longer goes a long way. No, not when it comes to your hair. So it is so strong. Activated charcoal is one of the strongest detoxifiers on this planet. So it is so strong, but it will detoxify. And I like to put it right under here where it can feel a little oily sometimes. And so I'll make sure to get it there too and let it kind of wash. I'll flip my head over and do it that way. But it's a shampoo, it's a body wash, it's an underarm detoxifier. I would even put it on the bottoms of my feet, especially if you're putting your lotions, your magnesium creams on the bottoms of your feet. You want to make sure that those are detoxified. We've never talked about that, Eve, but I think that would be a good idea. That just came to me. And then also we have a couple of foot products specifically for that. If you don't go and get pedicures and all that kind of stuff, to make sure that your feet, your pores on your bottoms of your feet are detoxified so that your creams work.
Exactly.
That's good. Okay, we have a couple more questions I want to get to. KM Sunshine, I read that. Kazadu says, oh, by the way, when I went to the ER back in March, they did a urine test and I was looking at my results. My magnesium levels were great. How about that? Wonder if my Godly Granny products had something to do with it. And let me tell you something. So I'm running a test right now. We'll be talking about it on the show no matter what I find out. But I went and got some blood work done. And they were like, you don't need your. I said, well, what about testosterone? And they were like, they're perfect. They're fine. And I was like, since when? And so I came home and decided not to put on any testosterone cream. So I have not had testosterone cream since the first blood work. I'm getting a 90-day blood work done. It's going to end up being a little bit more than 90 days. And so I am waiting to see what my testosterone looks like when I go back for the recheck. I've got the printout, and so it's sitting on my dresser. I have it. I have all the proof, and we're going to see what my testosterone looks like since I'm not taking it now. I'm telling you, it's going to be a big difference. I had so much energy taking the testosterone cream, and I can just
using, not orally.
Oh yeah, no, it's our testosterone cream, and so I decided to just I know it sounds crazy, but I thought, well, is it the testosterone cream? I want to know, so I'm going to get rechecked in 90 days or so. So I'm like, well, we're just going to see about that. And so I was willing to be the guinea pig, so that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm not on estrogen either. And so, or the wild yam, I'm not on the wild yam. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what my levels look like after, and we'll just see. We'll see. Okay. So,
I wish Kazadu had known. Kazadu, if you have to do this in the future, I wish you had known. And you got to talk to somebody who worked on you at the ER that day, who'd been doing ER things for a little bit of time. It's like, how many times do you get back a magnesium test and they don't need magnesium? Because they will tell you never, ever.
Yeah. All right, got a question off of YouTube. So Pammy Keller says, great granddaughter came home from the camp with lice. Oh my goodness. Would the organic Dead Sea mineral mud face and body scalp mask kill lice like the fleas?
You know what? I never thought of that, but I bet it will. Not just the salt, but because it's tea tree. Lice despise. That's their least favorite thing on earth. I bet it would. I've never tried it for that, so I'm not going to promise you anything. But man, it's got all the makings of a marriage made in heaven for that.
So make sure you got the tea tree. We have an unscented and then the tea tree. What about the unscented though, if they have that one?
I just don't know. Okay. I just don't know. So, and I'm not gonna blow smoke and tell you something to try to get you to buy something and it doesn't work. But I would feel very good about the tea tree one.
But Pammy, if you already have it, use it and then write me an email and let me know so we can let everybody know on the next Godly Granny show, sweetie. Okay, and actually, Jen, if you're watching, we're going to send you a wellness honey for Rip. And so we're going to send that, by the way. And I already know your interest. And so I'll be doing that. Okay. Kevin asks on YouTube, you mentioned getting your nails done with your own chemicals. What do you use? Well, I want my own chemicals, but I actually have even stopped more stuff. So I think so what I do is I take my own, I think you're saying getting with your own, what do you use? I think you're meaning my nail polish. And so, okay, so here's the deal. So I've been going to get my nails done. And there was something else the other day that I thought of. But anyways, I can't remember what it was. But I get manicures and pedicures and my facials. And so I'll tell you about that. So my manicure and my pedicure, I don't use it. I don't let he goes by Johnny Cash. And so he's Vietnamese. I said, "What's your name?" He goes, "Johnny." I said, he goes, Johnny Cash. And it's like, okay. So Johnny Cash, they get an American name. And so anyway, so Johnny Cash, when he does my manicures and pedicures, he uses my products. In fact, just now, this last time I went, I leave my products there. I have a spot. I have a box. I went and got a box. So all my stuff is there. So, but I'm not painting my nails anymore. I know Eve is so proud of me. So, and that is the same for my pedicure, because I started noticing something was going on with a couple of my toenails. And I talked about that before, where I was like, why do I have like this white spot on my toe? And he said, that can be common. And I'd never had it before. And so he said, that's why a lot of women won't put polish on for 3 months in the winter. It's like, Well, it just kind of wore on me. And I just thought, you know what? I'm just not going to do this anymore. Now I take my Noni Plus Dry Oil, and in fact, this time I even had my own foot fizzies. I brought the foot fizzies with me, and it's a 2-pack. So I left the one that I didn't use yet in the box that's got all my stuff in it. But so I don't let him use any products. Like I'll bring my foot scrub and any scrub and any, butters, or like this time I brought my massage oil. I have no shame in my game. And so I don't want that toxic junk that they use. It's just cheap. Like it's like barrels by the gallon lotion. No, ma'am, that's just not going to happen. And so anyways, and so I bring all my own products, and I'm not bringing nail polish anymore. Now, why do I bring Noni Plus Dry Oil? Because it is a moisturizer for your cuticles. And so, and that includes your toes. And so, but you can take your foot fizzies, you can take your scrubs, you can take your butters because they'll massage. You can bring your massage oil. So there's that. Now, my future daughter-in-law is an esthetician. I mean, how lucky could I get, right? But I still pay her, but I'm just saying she's the esthetician now for Godly Granny. So y'all, I have learned so much about makeup and just so much stuff about skincare. And so I get to ask her about all kinds of stuff. Between her and Eve, I just got like all kinds of things going on. So she exclusively, now get this, she has a business. And so she does facials, which is one of her big things. She loves to wax. My husband calls it wax on, wax off. He thinks he's funny. And so she loves to do waxing. And I think it's the grossest thing ever, but that's her favorite thing. And then she can do lashes and different things. Now, not the fake lashes. She just curls and tints the ones that you have. But then she also offers facials. And so I asked her recently, I said, and I thought this was so good. I was proud of her. She said, I asked her, I said, well, how do you list your facials? Because, you have all the skincare lines. She literally has every product from Godly Granny when it comes to our skincare. And so she said, well, she goes, I used to do it that way where it was like a clarifying acne facial and, all the different ones. And so she said, but the problem was that people they were getting the wrong ones and for their skin. And so she goes, and I was realizing that, well, they needed the toner over here and the serum over there. And so she said, so what we do is I say it's a customized facial. So we talk for a few minutes. I look at their skin and I talk with them about their concerns, and we customize the facial to their needs. Isn't that great? And so I just also want to remind you that it takes 28 to 32 days for your skin cells to completely turn over. And so that's another thing, like when we were talking about, even like with the wellness honey, that you don't want, like, it's not going to be a one and done, even with the sprinkles. Like, it takes time, right? It's the same thing with our skin. And so you want to make sure that you're nourishing it. Now, one of the things I decided to do, I just had this moment the other day and I got to thinking, and I was like, 32 days, 28 to 32 days, your skin to, so I went in last Saturday and I got a facial, and with her, because she only uses Godly Granny products. She had the bee propolis. She'd already been doing waxing. People love the aftercare, the after wax care. She said one client said it actually felt very cooling on the skin where the girl had just gotten waxed. And so she said that customers are loving the bee propolis, by the way. Y'all seem to be giving it a big try because we've sold a ton of it. But anyways, and so I personally am going every Saturday morning, tomorrow morning at 8:00. I'm a morning person, so I'll be up. So I'm going again for another facial. So I'm going for 5 weeks in a row for a facial because this goes back to this cellular turnover. And so you hear my theory, Eve. And so I have a standing appointment on Saturdays at 8:00. And so I'm going to see what my skin looks like. Now I can tell you, so there was something I saw and I don't know how to find it again. I should have screenshot it, but it was like conservative women all have this look, and it showed like a bunch of women, Kelly Guilfoyle and a bunch of, women that we all know that's in politics and stuff. And they have that really dry kind of cakey makeup. And so, so I already am seeing a difference with my skin. Now I'm trying something else as well. So we'll talk about that, but that'll be a little bit later. And I know that is making a massive difference as well. But I can already tell that just doing a facial, I think obviously from the short term is going to be a good thing. But what if you did it for 5 weeks in a row? So we're going to check and see. I've been taking pictures and we'll see how my skin looks in 5 weeks. But that's my theory, since we know that there's the cellular turnover. Now, let's say you don't go to my daughter-in-law and for your facials, take your stuff with you. Don't let them put any of that stuff on your skin.
Especially the SPF they like to put on before you go out the door.
Yes. Okay, so CGMC says, I am postmenopausal and all my hormones were low. Any suggestions on what to use?
Wild yam testosterone, period. That's all you need.
Yeah. Take the testosterone.
Because if your hormones are low, you're tired. So the bee pollen, the testosterone, the wild yam.
So testosterone's at night. Let's go over the schedule, Eve. So the testosterone, is in the morning. Mm-hmm. So testosterone cream gives you a lot of energy. Now, my husband said, and it was funny, and I've told this story, but I'm going to tell it again. So Eve and I were talking one day, and Eve's like, you know what's funny about the testosterone cream? What's that, Eve? She goes, well, men, they'll be taking it, and they'll stop taking it thinking, well, I don't even know if this is working. And she said, they'll quit taking it. And then about 2 days later, they're like, that testosterone cream was working. I'm feeling tired and sluggish. Oh, I don't know. It's like 3 days later, my husband, I get to asking him one morning, I see him slathering on that testosterone cream, like he does his jam and his butter on his biscuits. And so I'm like, what are you putting on? He goes, oh, my testosterone cream. He goes, funny thing. And I go, what's that? He goes, well, I wasn't really sure if it was working. So I quit taking it for 2 days. And you know what? I started feeling like all my pep in my step was gone. And so I'm back to taking it. In fact, I'm putting more on than ever. I was like, there's a point where it's too much, honey. You just put a little bit of a pea size. But I had to he was slathering on his ribs and stuff. I was like, what are you doing? And so anyways, but it was funny because we don't take medications. And we've just always been healthy. We've never had any problems. And so to see my husband doing something like that, I'm so proud of him, because I'm doing it with like the magnesium creams and the testosterone and the wild yam until I've taken a break now, but just because of all the testing. But I'm very happy to see him, it's hard to get a new habit. It's hard to get somebody to open up and do things differently than they've done for 60 years before. And some people are proud. I've noticed this. I've got some friends where he's like, oh, I don't take anything. And it's like, yeah, but you should be. You got a few things wrong that you could be helping yourself with. But he's got this pride thing going on where he's so proud he doesn't take anything, so he can say he doesn't take anything. And so, there's that. Okay, so let's go on ahead and move forward. We've got a couple of more things we need to cover, and we've been on here covering a lot of questions and stuff. So let's keep going. So we did the mini sticks and the build your own bundle. Don't forget, you get an extra 5% off when you do a bundle. It's 6 or more mini sticks. The system will automatically know, and you can buy more than 6 of whatever, that you choose to get. and it'll give you 5% at 6 or more. So, okay, the next one is the 3-in-1 face wash. You know, we have the 3-in-1 face wash. It's a big hit. Well, now we have it in a 2-ounce tube, and it's just the sensitive skin and unscented. But we decided, it just bothers me. Many of you fly and travel, and we only had this in a 4-ounce tube. And so we came out with it so that way, if you're traveling, that way your bag just isn't as heavy as it could be. And so the 2-ounce tube in the makeup remover, it's a makeup remover, it's a moisturizer, and it's a face wash. Y'all love it. I've had many of you say, I will never wash my face with anything ever again other than this. By the way, it takes off mascara easy. I mean, this baby is mucho gracias for having this. It is muy bien. All right. Anything you want to add about this? It's very moisturizing.
Everybody already knows how great it is. I just want to make sure that people know, just because it says with acerola cherry extract vitamin C, it doesn't smell like cherry. Cherry extract doesn't smell like cherry. We put that in there because that and acai has the most vitamin C, active, bioavailable vitamin C of anything on the planet. So we want to make sure we're filling your body up with that while we're taking your makeup off.
All right, there you go. All right. So we told you months ago, we said, many of you have been asking about makeup. It's funny how this has worked out, but many of you were begging for makeup, clean makeup. And we were like, well, we're going to focus on wellness. And we knew then that one of the big things was going to be tinctures. So we had been already kind of dreaming and looking into it. And we were realizing that we could really help people with tinctures. We knew that. I knew that from some of my own experiences. And so with good quality organic tinctures. And then some of the other things that we're working on, like the honey was already in the works when we said this. And so it just so happens that I've decided to just work extra overtime to get the makeup going too. But we got tinctures today. We got our first 8. And so the first one, look at those babies. So let's just talk about the containers. Go on. I'm going to let you brag about the containers. And I know.
That we get excited about, right? Like she's sending me pictures of containers today, and I'm trying to get ready for the show. It's not that I'm not interested in not paying. I'm just trying to put, eyeliner on, whatever. And she's like, "Don't you like it?" And I'm like, "I love it, but hold on a minute, I can't see." Let me tell you about these containers, because these containers are almost 3 years in the works. Everybody sells their tinctures either in amber bottles, green bottles, or blue bottles, and people who don't know any better will sell them in clear bottles or white bottles. No. When you do that, 2 things happen. The herb loses all of its frequency, just like that. And you only have a 1 to 2 year shelf life, even with all that alcohol in, if it's an alcohol tincture. Now, we're going to have alcohol tinctures. We're going to have non-alcohol glycerin tinctures. And then we're going to have a mix. And I'll explain all that in a minute. But these jars, now, we get our jars from the United States. Very proud of that. There may become a time when we can't, but right now we get our jars and containers in Idaho and Kentucky. These jars aren't made in the United States. They are only made in the Netherlands. These come from Rotterdam. They look black, but when you hold them up to the light, they're violet. Let me explain what violet glass is. Violet glass is the purest glass on the planet. I have never seen anybody else put a tincture in one because they're not inexpensive. Here's the deal. They do not let any light in of any kind, anywhere. They also protect the frequency of the herb the entire time you have it. And though I'm going to tell you that in violet glass, these herbs, these alcohol herbs, last 7 to 10 years, they actually never go bad. They just get a little weaker. So it took a long time just to get these jars. Those caps are also childproof. No kid getting into that. But older people, even if you have arthritis, they open very easily once you learn the little trick. So today we have formally crossed over into the kind of wellness territory where we're taking on all the big dogs, and in the most astounding way. I want you to listen up. I want you to replay this back. I want you to tell everybody you know, because there's not another tincture like this on the planet. It is completely full strength. There's not a drop of anything in these tinctures except one herb and organic alcohol. That's it. Nothing else. Everybody else has water, has glycerin, has this, has no. These are full strength. So I want you to get a pen and paper. I want you to write some things down, because before it's over with, we're going to have a lot more than this, and we're going to have blends. But for now, I don't even know how long we've been planning this, but we sat down and said, I want to touch every system of the body. If you could only have 8 in your medicine cabinet, which ones would you choose? Now, all of them do very specific things. All of them can be used with each other one. And we're going to talk about that today. All I'm asking is that you treat this with sincerity, because this is not playtime anymore. This is almost OTC wellness, just without Big Pharma doing it. Of all the things we've ever made, and we've made, I don't even know. I am the most proud of this than anything I've ever done. And I didn't think I'd say that past the honey and the bee pollen, because I worked for so many years on that. But just that glass, just if you only understood about frequency, we're going to learn a lot about it. So the first, if I could only have one tincture in my household, in my medicine cabinet, if I could only do one, it would be full strength, certified organic oregano. Now, let me tell you why. Oregano full strength is for early immune response support. I'm going to go a little slow on these, even though we're pressed for time, because you've got to understand what you're dealing with here. It supports the body's natural response when exposed to illness or at the first sign that something is coming on. It is best used when you've been around sick people, or you feel like you might be coming down with something, or want to support your body early before symptoms fully develop. Doesn't mean you can't take them after symptoms develop. This is a precursor to ward off illness. And anytime, I used to get bronchitis every quarter. I mean, horrible bronchitis that would last for 3 weeks. Ever since John started making these, I have not had it once. Not once. Okay? So after exposure to illness, whether home, travel, work, school, I have a child in pre-K, having a grandchild, first sign of scratchy throat, cough, fatigue, or feeling off when others around you are sick, early immune response support is key. Oregano is often used as the first response herb, not after things have fully taken hold, but right when your body starts signaling that something is off. It helps support your system early when timing matters most. That's one thing it does. Duration and recovery support. It supports the body during immune challenges and helps maintain momentum through recovery. We're talking cold, flu, sinus, pneumonia, bronchitis, asthma, allergy, all of that, pleurisy, all of that. Best used when you're dealing with seasonal illness and want to support your body and cut the illness short. Oregano is commonly used because it supports the body while it's actively dealing with all challenges. It's a stay with you through it herb. Immune system support. It supports immune defense and response during acute and seasonal challenges. High exposure environments, airplanes, immune fatigue, recurring immune stress patterns, COVID, which is not a real thing, long COVID, which is not a real thing, but the symptoms that you think that is. Antimicrobial support supports microbial balance by helping the body manage bacteria, fungi, and other unwanted organisms. Do you know how many funguses and mold and mildew we have? Bacterial imbalance, fungal overgrowth, yeast imbalance, gut microbial disruption, general microbial exposure, respiratory support that supports the lungs, the throat, the upper and lower registers during seasonal and environmental stress, sinus pressure, chest congestion, bronchial irritation, throat irritation, respiratory imbalance, trouble breathing, digestive and gut support, bloating, gas, gut imbalance, digestive discomfort, microbial-driven digestive issues, anti-inflammatory support, gut conditions, respiratory inflammation, systemic inflammation tied to imbalance, antioxidant support, wrinkles, support cellular protection against oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is what gives you wrinkles and jowls and sagging skin. Cellular wear and tear and immune-related oxidative load support, circulatory support, support circulation during immune and inflammatory responses for stagnation, immune transport support, inflammatory circulation patterns, oral and throat support, supports oral and throat health through cleansing and balancing action. Bad teeth, bad gums, this. Skin support through internal microbial balance and detoxing of pathways through the lymph glands. Acne linked to imbalance. I'm sorry, we are having a terrible storm.
Oh, I heard that.
Skin inflammation tied to gut issues, infection-related skin flare-ups. Usage. Every other tincture I've ever bought says that the dose is 1 dropper or 2 droppers. No, we don't play that. This is full strength. We don't play. Adults, and this is written on the bottle, 10 to 12 drops, 1 to 2 times daily. So this 1 ounce bottle lasts you for a long time. Teenagers 12 to 17, I tell you what to do. Sensitive individuals, I tell you what to do. All of these are a shake well product because these were fresh herbs going in. They weren't dead herbs. When to use during anytime you're around a sick person or don't feel well. Now, how long do I use it? Short-term use only, 7 to 14 days maximum. Then give your body the same amount of time, 7 to 14 days to reset, and you can start again. But you want to do it when you know you're going to be around a lot of public people, around a lot of germs, whatever germs really are, or you're not feeling well to cut the time of sickness. Now, if this is not one of those things that a little bit helps, a lot's better, please don't do that. Please don't do that because it can upset your stomach. Be careful if you are on blood thinners. Use a little less. Use caution with blood sugar medications. Avoid in pregnancy unless advised. This is a very strong herb. Start slow and increase carefully. Hopefully you're going to store this in a closed, cool, dark place, but you don't have to because the glass is going to protect it. Just don't leave it in your car. Granny's final word on oregano. Don't wait until you're flat on your back and reaching for regret. This is the one you reach for when you know you've been around someone with the cooties. This is my favorite tincture of any tincture that we will ever make.
All right. So this is the organic oregano leaf tincture. And so we're going to move on to the mullein one. Mullein. I call it mullein. Now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I keep this in the house. And so now, I have all of these that we're going over today. And so, but this is great for congestion.
If you don't like the taste of these, I don't mind them because I've been doing it for such a long time. But if you don't like the taste of them, just put it in your tea or coffee or some water. It's not a big deal. Okay. Organic, certified organic mullein leaf tincture, full strength. Now, you're going to hear a lot of similar things like respiratory support. What you may not understand, because I'm hitting you with so much information, is how it does it. So the mullein is respiratory support for lungs, throat, and upper airways when they feel dry, irritated, tight, or stubborn. Best used for dry coughs, scratchy throats, hoarseness, chest irritation, or when breathing feels heavy. Dry, nagging cough. Oh, I'm sorry, I already said that. Mullein is one of those herbs that steps in when the respiratory system is irritated, overworked, and tired of being aggravated. It doesn't force anything. It settles things down so your body can function properly again. Sore throat support. For irritated, inflamed, or overworked throat tissue by soothing dryness, reducing friction, and calming reactivity in the upper airway. Best used when the throat feels raw, painful, scratchy, or burned, whether from illness, coughing, talking too much, or environmental exposure like dry air, smoke, or vaping. Sore throat, raw, burning, or inflamed throat. Repeat coughing, post-illness throat sensitivity, allergens. Mullein works there because it calms the tissue itself. When your throat is irritated, even breathing is more difficult, as the swallowing and talking. Mullein helps take that edge off so the irritation doesn't keep feeding itself. Dryness in tissue soothing support. When everything feels worn down from coughing, talking, or environmental stress. Raw or irritated airways. This is what singers use. This is what orators use. Hoarse or strained voice. If you are a smoker, if you can't breathe, if you've got COPD, this is for you. Best used when a cough is persistent, irritating, dry, or disruptive, but not as deeply congested. Tickle cough, nighttime cough, post-illness lingering cough, irritation trigger cough, non-productive cough patterns. Mullein helps take a cough from constant and aggravating to something the body can manage. Lung and chest comfort support. Best used when breathing is difficult, tight, uncomfortable, especially after illness, during seasonal changes, or if you're one of those people that even when you breathe, your oxygen levels are low. This can help with that. Residual chest heaviness. This is not a harsh clear it out herb. It's a comfort and recovery herb, the one you reach for when your chest needs relief and not force. This is for smokers and vapor support, soothing irritated respiratory tissue and temporary dryness caused by smoking and vaping. For individuals whose lungs are irritated from smoking and vaping that need tremendous calm and support. Or a coated, heavy lung feeling, scratchy or strained voice. If you've got, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. The throat, strep throat. This is for you. Mild expectorant support supports the body's ability to move light congestion without harsh stimulation. Best used when there's buildup, but the body needs soothing and not aggressive clearing. Mucus support for congestion, sticky or sluggish respiratory buildup, and post-cold chest clearing. Mullein helps the body move things along without turning it into a battle. Anti-inflammatory support. Best used when tissues feel inflamed, reactive, or aggravated from coughing, like sore muscles where your ribs and stomach are, illness, or reactions to environmental exposures. Inflamed throat, irritated chest tissue, respiratory sensitivity, immune and seasonal support, cold weather respiratory support, recovery from respiratory stress, upper airway immune support, voice and vocal support for hoarseness, voice fatigue, raspy or weak voice, vocal strain, mucous membrane support, usage, adults, 20 to 30 drops, 2 to 3 times daily. Sensitive people start with 5 to 10 drops and increase gradually. Shake well before use. Use at the first sign of a sore throat or dry cough, when your throat feels raw, scratchy, or overused, when your chest feels irritated or tight, during respiratory stress or smoking or vaping has left your lungs and throat irritated. Best used for up to 7 days, then reassess, pause for 7 days. If symptoms are not improving or getting worse, don't sit there guessing. Guess what you add to this? Oregano, okay? Make sure that you shake it. Final word on mullein. This isn't the herb that kicks the door in. It's the one that walks in, looks around at the chaos in your throat and chest and says, all right, that's enough. And then it settles everything down so your body can do its job again.
It's amazing. Okay, so a couple of questions. Goji Queen 51 says, I'm beyond thrilled for the tinctures. That's great. KM Sunshine said, wow, these tinctures sound amazing. Did Eve say that it helps with tooth gums as well? She's talking about the oregano. And so that helps with that one. So you want to get the oregano one, KM Sunshine. Okay. All right. So that's the first 2. We've got 8. So the third one is ginger. So it's organic ginger root tincture. So go on ahead and go over that one.
I do not want you to use any of these if you're pregnant and nursing, because there's alcohol in them. So please be aware of that. We're going to be dealing with that a little bit later. Ginger. If you have digestive issues, if you have car sickness, if you have vertigo, if you have nausea for any reason, this is for you. Anti-nausea support by calming the stomach and improving digestive signaling. Very big deal. Best used for motion-related nausea, food-related stomach upset, or general queasiness. Travel nausea, morning queasiness patterns, food-related nausea, digestive upset, nervous stomach. IBS. Cognitive and brain circulation support to improve circulation and reduce stagnation. For mental fog, sluggish thinking, fatigue tied to poor circulation or sleep, or low metabolic activity. Brain fog, especially circulatory related, mental sluggishness, reduced focus and clarity, cold related cognitive dullness, fatigue impacting mental performance, metabolic and thermogenic support, to warm the body and its circulation effects. Best used when energy is low, metabolism slow, or the body runs cold and sluggish. Low digestive fire, or if you have energy that dips after meals. If you feel like you need to take a nap after you eat, this is for you. Digestive activation and motility support to improve breakdown and movement of food throughout the body and out of the body. Sluggish digestion, bloating and gas, indigestion, food sitting in the stomach, delayed gastric emptying patterns, post-meal heaviness, weak digestive response, not eliminating daily. Circulation and warming support for stagnant and cold blood flow, cold hands and feet, poor circulation, sluggish blood movement, feeling cold no matter what you do, circulatory stagnation. Anti-inflammatory support through circulatory and metabolic pathways, joint stiffness, muscle soreness, inflammatory digestive patterns, chronic inflammation, respiratory support to loosen congestion, chest congestion, throat irritation, immune support for immune challenges, earliest stage immune challenges, cold and seasonal support, circulatory-based immune support, blood sugar support, where are my diabetics, supports metabolic balance and healthy glucose levels through improved digestion and circulation, energy crashes after meals or metabolic inconsistency, pain and muscle support, supports relief of muscle tension and soreness through warming and circulation, muscle tightness, exercise-related soreness, tension from poor circulation. Of course, shake well. Adults, 15 to 30 drops, 1 to 3 times daily. Taking a small amount of water. I'll even tell you where to use these. Use before meals, okay? They're all different. Short term as needed, can be used daily for short periods, then reassess. Now, if you overdo this one, it may cause reflux and heartburn, so please don't go over the recommendations. Final word on ginger. If your stomach is off, your brain is slow, and your energy is dragging, ginger does not tiptoe in. It warms up everything, lights up a room, and leaves.
That sounds amazing. All right. So that was the organic ginger root tincture. The fourth one is organic turmeric root tincture.
Oh, this is such a good one. Anti-inflammatory support. The body's response to inflammation and pain reduces swelling, irritation, and systemic inflammatory stress when the body is swollen, stiff, overworked, or reactive, whether from daily wear, stress, diet, or chronic living patterns. Chronic inflammation, when everything feels irritated. Turmeric is not a surface level herb. It works deeper in the system, supporting the full body where inflammation actually starts, not just where you feel it. Pain support, heavy duty pain support. Supports relief from all kinds of discomfort by helping calm inflammation, improve circulation, and reduce tension and nerve signaling in affected areas. Best used for ongoing or recurring pain that stems from inflammation, stiffness, or overuse, not just temporary discomfort. For joints, muscles, sinew, chronic pain patterns, stiffness and reduced mobility, post-exercise discomfort, everyday wear and pain, frozen shoulder, arthritis, Fibromyalgia. This is where turmeric earns its reputation. Joint and mobility support for range of motion and ease of movement. Digestive and liver support to process the body's fats, toxins, and metabolic waste more efficiently when digestion feels sluggish, heavy, or tied to inflammation or poor liver function. Turmeric doesn't just help pain, it helps the systems that contribute to inflammation in the first place. Circulatory support for a healthy blood flow, helping deliver nutrients and remove inflammatory waste from tissues to carry them out of the body. Poor circulation, slow recovery, tissue congestion. Better circulation means less buildup of toxins, less stagnation, and faster recovery. Skin brightening and clarity support. Supports clearer, more even looking skin by reducing internal inflammation and supporting detoxification pathways. Great for dull skin, acne, oily skin, inflamed or reactive skin. It's great for psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, keratosis pilaris, not just from the surface, but the inside. If you have lack of radiance or clarity, turmeric works on that. It's a brightener, a clearer, and makes your tone more even. Antioxidant support. It supports cellular stress changes, environmental damage, age-related wear, and inflammatory oxidative overload. Immune support and overreaction system-wide. Shake well. Adults 15 to 30 drops, 1 to 2 times daily. Take it in a small amount of water, best taken with food. So inflammation, stiff joints, inflamed muscles, dull skin during periods of physical strain or recovery, and when digestion and inflammation are both factors. Best used for 8 to 12 weeks, then reassess. Turmeric builds over time. This is not a one-dose herb. It is a consistency herb. Do not take if you are pregnant or have gallbladder obstruction. May aggravate reflux if you take too much. So just take what we ask you to. This isn't the herb you take when you want to pretend something isn't hurting. This is the one you reach for when it's hurting badly. So this is like our testosterone in a sublingual form.
All right, perfect. Granny is asking, she says, I have a friend that has pulled chemicals that exploded in her face last July. She now has a trach. Could she use the Mullen?
Yes. If she's, I did a trach. Yes, she can. She needs to use half doses. She needs to not take it full strength. She needs to put it in something. She needs to only use it once a day. And she needs honey and bee pollen, probably worse than she needs this. Just try to rebuild what they've done, including stripping the mucosa in her nose.
All right. The next one is the organic ashwagandha root tincture.
All right. Where are my people who have stress, anxiety of any kind? Where are my people?
All of that. Pierre's mom one. This is for you. Pierre's mom one was saying, do any of the tinctures help with feelings of depression and feeling overwhelmed? I've got so much going on as of late. Ashwagandha.
Yep, this is your one. So stress and cortisol supports the body's stress response and helps moderate the physical effects of chronic stress, crying jags, and sadness built from elevated cortisol patterns and lymphatic things that do not drain. Chronic stress load, feeling wired but exhausted, stress-related fatigue, high-pressure lifestyles, tension from prolonged stressful exposure, overstimulated nervous system patterns, burnout, difficulty recovering from stress or events, adrenal support, traditionally used to support adrenal resilience and recovery during periods of physical, emotional, or mental overexertion, adrenal fatigue patterns, traditional terminology, energy depletion, feeling drained despite rest, stress-related exhaustion, difficulty recovering after demanding seasons of life, overextended schedules, chronic overcommitment, not being able to say no and wanting to cry for no reason at all. Sleep and restfulness supports relaxation, nervous system settling, and more restorative sleep patterns. difficulty going to sleep and winding down, restless evenings, stress-related sleep disruption, tension that interferes with rest, light or inconsistent sleep, difficulty mentally shutting off at night, sleep disruption tied to overstimulation, blue light overuse. Can we say everybody? Nervous system support supports balance and steadiness within the nervous system during demanding or overstimulating conditions. Tension, feeling easily overwhelmed, emotional reactivity, difficulty relaxing, constantly on edge, physical manifestations of tension, which looks like you do too much and then you get sick, and you do too much and then you get sick. Mood and emotional balance support, irritability tied to stress, mood fluctuations, emotional, physical, and mental fatigue, brain fog, difficulty adapting to prolonged stress, feeling spread too thin, cognitive and mental clarity support for focus and endurance during periods of high stress, brain fog, difficulty concentrating under pressure because of mental fatigue, reduced focus during prolonged stress, feeling mentally scattered, forgetting what you went into a room for, cognitive strain from exhaustion, physical endurance and recovery support for stamina, resilience, and recovery. Sorry, I lost my place. Physical fatigue, low endurance, stress-related physical depletion, exercise recovery support. If you're a marathoner, this is for you. Energy inconsistency, general vitality support, physical wear and tear from chronic stress patterns, immune support through stress regulating and adaptogenic pathways, physical depletion tied to prolonged stress. I know I say these things over and over, but every time I mention it, it's because this herb attacks it in a different way. Hormonal and thyroid support for adrenal support pathways for your fight and flight to cut off when it's supposed to. Stress-related hormonal imbalance, supportive role in thyroid wellness, stress-linked cycle irregularity patterns, general endocrine support system when that's been disrupted, which is everybody. Adaptogenic support, traditionally used to help the body adapt more efficiently to every kind of stressor. Difficulty sleeping, stress sensitivity, lifestyle overload, emotional burnout patterns, overstimulation from modern lifestyle. Best used when life is too loud for too long and the body starts acting like it can't do anything right. Especially supportive during physical and mental completion when people think, I can't keep running on fumes and I can't ask anyone for help. Shake well. Adults, 20 to 30 drops, 1 to 2 times daily, can be taken directly in tea, warm milk, honey water, smoothies, or juice. Shake well before use. Best used consistently for 4 to 8 weeks, depending on what your wellness goals are. And of course, do not take if you are pregnant. It can cause a little drowsiness in some people. If you don't want the drowsiness to come with it, take it in honey. A lot of people don't know that. Granny's vital word on ashwagandha. This isn't fake self-care. If you are sad, this is for you.
Yeah. Mitzi is asking, do you have a if you don't have a gallbladder, then should you not take the turmeric?
It depends on how intense that is. I would take it, I would pare it down to 1/4 of the traditional dose and see how you respond to it. Because a lot of that is fear mongering.
Okay.
A lot of what got your liver into this position is the stuff they don't want that to be taken care of.
Sure. All right. The next one is the organic burdock root tincture.
Yes. All right. A lot of stuff on this one. Skin support for acne, calm skin, any type of dermatological issue. It also helps with cleaning out your body. It's an internal detoxifier, lymphatic cleaner, blood purification. Biggest thing about this one is blood purification. For chronic, stubborn, or recurring skin conditions that reflect internal imbalance rather than surface-only issues, acne, especially deep, cystic, or hormonal, eczema and dry, inflamed skin, psoriasis support patterns, boils, bumps, skin eruptions, oily, congested, sluggish skin, dull, uneven skin tone, Blood purification, my favorite reason to use this one. It cleanses the quality of the blood by aiding removal of metabolic waste and toxins and parasites. Best used when the system feels overloaded, stagnant, or when symptoms are showing up through the skin or inflammation. Dirty blood patterns, which is the traditional herb. System toxin buildup, chronic inflammation, skin conditions tied to internal toxicity, brain fog tied to internal toxicity, general system stagnation, liver and detoxification support. Supports liver function in the body's natural detox pathways, assisting in processing and elimination of toxins, hormones, and metabolic waste. Sluggish liver function, hormonal detox support, environmental toxin support, digestive-related detox sluggishness. Phase 1 and 2 liver detox support, which is traditional language for those who've been to the doctor. A full lymphatic system drainage and movement support to reduce stagnation, swelling, and buildup of waste in tissues. Best used when the body is puffy, congested, or slow to clear inflammation or infection. So it's for swollen or sluggish lymph nodes, fluid retention. So if your ankles, your feet are swelling or anything like that. Immune stagnation patterns, skin conditions linked to lymphatic backup, digestive support, gut microbiome and elimination support. If you're having trouble going to the bathroom, this one's for you. Constipation, for irregular elimination, for gut balance patterns, for waste buildup contributing to systemic issues and dis-ease. Kidney and fluid balance support, supports kidney function and fluid regulation, assisting the body in removing excess water and waste, water retention, puffiness, swelling, fluid stagnation. Anti-inflammatory support through detoxification and circulation, chronic inflammation and joint-related inflammation. Immune support through detoxification and lymphatic flow out. Chronic immune fatigue, sluggish immune response. Metabolic support through improved liver, digestive, and elimination function. Sluggish metabolism. Endocrine and hormonal support, supports hormonal balance by assisting liver detoxification of excess hormones and reducing systemic congestion. Estrogen dominance patterns, hormonal acne, facial hair in women that is unwanted. Circulatory support, supports healthy blood flow and reduces stagnation within the circulatory system. Poor blood movement, contributing to skin or systemic issues. Antioxidant support. Adults, shake well, 20 to 30 drops, 1 to 2 times daily. Best taken before meals. Use 3 to 6 weeks and reassess. Granny's final word on burdock. If dandelion is the nudge, burdocks is the cleanup crew. If you've got a sluggish lymphatic system, and if you're breathing, I assure you, you do, this is what you want.
So many people also have problems with their liver and the liver function. So
very, very good for kidneys. It's going to start moving out metabolic waste, which includes parasites. And we'll talk about that in just a second. So if you're backed up, breaking out, puffy, sluggish, and quietly asking for help without using words, this one doesn't scream, it clears.
All right. Okay. So the next one is the organic dandelion root tincture. So like you said, you got the dandelion, and then this is the clean out after.
Mm-hmm. So this is for gallbladder support. It supports bowel movement and gallbladder function for improved fat metabolism and digestive flow. Want to lose weight without injections? Here you go. Post-meal discomfort, especially after fatty meals, bowel-related digestive issues, difficulty digesting fats, gallbladder sluggishness, metabolic and blood sugar support, balance through improved digestion and liver function, blood sugar fluctuations, insulin response support. So this is another one for diabetics. Metabolic sluggishness, energy dips, cravings for sugar linked to unstable blood sugar, kidney and urinary support to assist fluid waste and waste removal. If you frequently get UTIs, this is for you. Anti-inflammatory support, antioxidant support, aging support, circulatory support, hormonal support, estrogen support, lymphatic support, Digestive and bitter herb support. Let me tell you what that means. Encouraging proper enzyme release, bile flow, and nutrient breakdown. So this paired with honey or bee pollen is like having a what do you call it, supercharger when you put those together. Sluggish liver function for phase 1 and 2 detox pathways. We're going to talk a lot about that in the future. Skin support through improved detoxification, digestion, and elimination. If you're having a hard time going number 2, this is for you. This will clear up acne like nobody's business. Shake well, adults 20 to 30 drops. Length of use, best use for 2 to 4 weeks, then reassess. Usually when I'm asking you to reassess, if I tell you to take something for 2 to 4 weeks, take off for 2 to 4 weeks. And you don't have to do it. You don't have to say, oh, well, has it been 2 weeks? Or none of this is that. But you don't have to do it 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off for the rest of your life. Your body will start telling you what you need because you're finally listening to it. When you start clearing out all that horrible stuff, you will start, believe it or not, I know nobody's going to believe this when they first taste the tincture. You will start wanting the taste of the tincture you think you cannot stand. It's just your body's going to tell you what it needs. It's the coolest
And it
thing.
isn't so bad over time.
I'm so used to it, I don't even notice it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Somebody else's, I'm like, well, that don't even taste strong enough to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not use this one with a bile duct obstruction or active gallstones. Avoid if allergic to ragweed. We're very careful that we tell you everything about these. This is not a weed remedy. This is a system full-on regulator.
That's awesome. A couple of these I feel like we ought to put in the perimenopausal menopause bundle, by the way. So, okay. Which one helps? Oh, it was ashwagandha. I think we ought to put the ashwagandha in there.
Yeah, I'll send you that afterwards so that we don't leave anything out and you can make a solid decision. And at some point in the future, we'll be doing blends. So there'll be a menopause blend. There'll be a this blend. But right now, people are so deficient. I've got to be as precise as possible.
Yeah. Okay. All right. One more. It's another one of my favorites. This is what got me banned off of Facebook during the COVID for 30 days because I was talking about wormwood. All right. Go on.
All right. This one's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Anti-parasite and gut intruder support. Traditionally used to support the body in ridding itself of organisms and restoring balance within the digestive tract. Best used when the gut feels off in a way that diet alone isn't fixing. This is best used if you have an animal, have touched an animal, have been around an animal, let an animal sleep in the bed with you, let an animal lick you. This is nothing against animals because it's in our food. It is in the air. But I'm telling you, if you let your little fur babies lick you in the face or you sleep with them, you have critters, period. Gut imbalance that won't resolve, suspected unwanted parasites, persistent bloating and discomfort, irregular digestive patterns, gut reset protocol. Wormwood has a long-standing reputation for a reason. It creates an inhospitable environment for everything the body does not need. And it's very supportive in getting everything back in order. This is not a maintenance herb. This is a very strong, targeted, short-term tool for microbial balance to support a healthier internal environment, for bacterial imbalance, for yeast overgrowth, which everybody has, bacteria, yeast, microorganisms, all of that. This is for people who bloat no matter what they eat, for people who feel inflamed, for people who feel toxic, for people who have terrible gas, sugar cravings, bad breath, fatigue food sensitivities, alpha-gal, all of these. People who are in high tick and flea areas, all of that. Wormwood doesn't feed in balance. It destroys it. Digestive activation and bitter support. Best used when digestion is weak, slow, or responsive. Loss of appetite. Food sits heavy. This is one of the strongest bitter herbs available. It turns digestion on. Gastrointestinal reset support. Support short-term digestive reset by helping break patterns of stagnation and imbalance. Sorry, this one's got a lot. Wormwood is not daily support. It is a full-on course correction for liver and bile flow support, poor fat digestion, post-meal heaviness, liver congestion. Bitters like wormwood help the body move out parasites in unwanted matter. Appetite restoration supports return of natural hunger signals through bitter activation. Now, this is not going to make you hungry and make you fat. That's not what I'm saying. My mother died. She was 92. And the last 4 years of her life, she was never hungry. We had to make her eat. Now we know it was very likely a parasitical infection. She would eat. They would get all of her minerals, all of her vitamins. This is going to work on that for you. So this is not going to make you fat. This is going to start getting rid of the critters that are eating anything good that there might be left in our food diet in the United States.
Well, and a lot of times when you have those critters, they make you bloated looking anyways.
That's right.
So
and
it causes.
You got dark circles under your eyes. It is 100% parasitical. So if you have dark circles under your eyes, this is your ticket. Elimination and bowel movement support. If nothing's moving, nothing's leaving. Wormwood shows everything the door. Anti-inflammatory support, circulation and system activation support, sluggish circulation, cold, stagnant digestion, system slowdown. This herb does not sit still, and it doesn't let your system sit still either. Gut full set reset protocol. Usage. This is very strong. Adults start with 5 to 10 drops. I would start with 5. Increase to 10 to 22 drop, 10 to 20 drops if tolerated. Start slow, increase slowly, taking a small amount of water. Length of use maximum at one time, 2 weeks. Then stop and see what's going on. Don't stop for 2 weeks. Stop, reevaluate about 30 days later. Now, I tell you, it is important that you take a binder with this. And we don't currently, though, we are working on. I don't like most of the binders on the market. They all have strengths. They all have weaknesses, the ones that are real. But I strongly suggest that at the very least, unless Dolly Granny says differently, that you at the very least get some activated charcoal capsules and take with this about 4 hours after you take it. If not, and maybe even if, you may experience what's called herxing symptoms. You can experience herxing symptoms with any tincture because you are healing the body. The reason herxing might be slightly more difficult with wormwood is because you're killing the critters and they do not want to go. Okay? They hate wormwood so much that even the ones that are deeply embedded will try to move to get away from it. And that's the beauty of the binder, to pull it on out while it stuck its head out from your intestinal wall as a liver fluke or anything else that's in there. And this is not just for flukes. This is for anything in your body that's not supposed to be there, including, microorganisms, bacteria, mold, mildew, spores, what they're spraying in the air, Morgellons, all of it. Big, big deal.
Okay, so the Rogers Hood Apothecary has some of those pills, the activated charcoal pills. That's that does the binding. And so if somebody's needing that, I recommend that you go and look and see what they have in that situation there. So you can get a little plastic jar of them.
Because a lot of times capsules don't really make it through your digestive system.
Yeah.
But while we're working on that with something that she's got coming out later in the year, I just don't want you to go, I took that and my stomach was so upset and I had diarrhea and I felt like I was going to throw up and all that. Take the amount we tell you, take it when we tell you, how we tell you, stop when we tell you, and take a binder with it. I'm not saying you won't have a headache. They're called mini crises. I'm not saying that you won't feel tired. I'm not saying that you won't feel like crying or have eye boogers. I'm not saying that your throat won't get raspy for a minute, because when those things don't want to go, they don't want to go, and they will try to make you feel bad so that you will stop. But if you stop, they will kill you, period. So it's worth going through some symptoms for a very short period of time while your body's going, holy cow, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. When this is over with, I'm going to be able to digest things. I'm going to be able to think more clearly. I'm going to be able to sleep. I'm not going to be as depressed. I'm not going to have these symptoms and that. And the other thing, it makes a world of difference. I'm going to lose weight. I'm not going to be as hungry because the parasites aren't going to be getting all of my stuff. Now, is this going to kill every parasite in your body? No. And even if it did, guess what? They're going to come back tomorrow. The next time you do something that's got parasites in it. So what we can do is learn together the best way to get the most of them out of the body in the shortest period of time with the fewest side effects. So you cannot say you were not warned. It should not scare you. I take these. I don't take them every day. I take them as long as I'm supposed to, and then I start over. It might frighten you to know I've got 125 tinctures. We've just launched 8. Okay. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've made every mistake you can make with a tincture, and I'm still here. So
okay. So the wormwood. Okay. So we're having a couple of questions. So Barato says, can we take more than 1 tincture at a time?
Absolutely. I wouldn't suggest you take more than 3 at a time. And by that, I mean, if you're going to take 3 in a day, space them out unless specifically the instructions tell you to take it in the morning, because some will give you energy and you don't want that at night. All are interchangeable. So you can take ashwagandha and wormwood at the same time. You can take ginger, dandelion. None of that is going to have any contraindication whatsoever. It's food, people. These are straight up herbal foods
for your body. What about when they're taking wormwood and they start feeling a little tired? Could they just go on ahead and add bee pollen as well?
Oh, absolutely. And that will help counter some of the effects. And it will make things go out of the body quicker because you're giving the body energy it needs to drain the lymphatic and drain the waste out of your body while the tincture pushes it out. I'm telling you, these kind of things also marry well with the Terminator. They marry well with the organic Dead Sea Mud mineral pain poultice. All of this works in conjunction. You can't overdo anything unless you take more drops than we tell you to.
Okay. All right, Eve. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. Oh, D. Chirk says, I have used tinctures. However, now with these being made by Godly Granny, I am thrilled. Thank you. We got another winner as well. I'll read that in just a minute. Simply Sylvia says, I'm feeling like I could cry while listening to Eve read this list. I'm feeling overwhelmed with God's love and healing through these tinctures. That's so true. And bee pollen and the honey. Absolutely. Okay, Eve, thanks so much, honey. Thank you.
Y'all.
That's so good. That is something we have been working on. It's insane. And of course, the level, the quality. Okay, couple more things that we're releasing today. We're going to, I've also got a reliable beauty review from Andrea. So we'll do that in just a minute. But producer Ron, I first want to go on ahead and show the Whipped Tallow Face and Body Magnesium Balm. So tallow, oh, y'all. Tallow. We have already released a few tallow products, just like we were talking about earlier in today's show about the tallow deodorant. We have the tallow lip gloss, the tallow lip oil. Like, we have released some that are just perfect. These are another one that are high off the charts quality. So let's talk about it. So it's the Whipped Tallow Face and Body Magnesium Balms. And so we come in unscented, which is the gray on there, sweet lavender, grapefruit mint, and then also frankincense and myrrh. So our Whipped Tallow Magnesium Balm is crafted with 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef tallow and essential oils with no fillers, no water, or synthetic additives. It's pure, nourishing tallow in its most luxurious form. I think I told you before that I have been searching for somebody that's doing tallow the right way, and it's almost impossible. It's It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. The low quality tallow, how many people are, I mean, you can't get tallow for $19.99 in a big old 24 ounce. Like Steve Jarvis and I and his wife, Lynn, and I have had these conversations. And it's like, if you see tallow for $20 or $19.99 at Costco, just run. Don't walk, run away. This has been a big hit too with the whole team. Everybody's talking about it. It's a big deal in my home. This is something that everybody, because the scents are so amazing. So let's talk about it. The rich whipped texture melts into the skin, absorbing quickly for soft, hydrated skin without a greasy feel. I love the unscented on my face. It's really great. Tallow is naturally rich in vitamins A, D, E, and K, making it highly ideal for all skin types. This is an amazing product for all skin types. Even somebody with sensitive skin like me, it has worked amazing. So why tallow? Our sourcing standards ensure sourced from grass-fed cattle raised without vaccines, no hormones added. Tallow is never bleached or deodorized, just in case you didn't know. You don't want that. Handmade in small batches. They're actually handmade in very small batches. And of course, everything that's used is made in the United States of America. All right, so magnesium infused support. With each 4-ounce jar, it contains approximately 1,420 milligrams of elemental magnesium, supporting muscle relaxation, recovery, and overall wellness. Perfect for post-workout relief, tension release, or daily nourishment. So here's the scent profiles. The first one is the sweet lavender. So the lavender actually also has vanilla. So it's lavender plus vanilla. It's a soft, comforting blend of calming lavender and smooth vanilla. Gentle, light floral, and beautifully balanced. Now, I will tell you, the first batch that we have, it smells more vanilla than lavender. So if you fall in love with this one, and then you reorder it and it smells a little bit different, it's because they blended it with more vanilla than lavender, and it's supposed to have more lavender than vanilla. So to me right now, this lavender plus vanilla smells like cake, almost like cake icing. And so it smells really sweet, and it's supposed to smell more lavenderish. And so this will end up smelling different in the future. Okay, just want to make sure everybody knows. So I've made just made sure that that's going to be more lavender than vanilla in the future. Grapefruit and mint. I have to tell you, this is a fan favorite. Everybody in the team loves this one. And it's a ripe, tangy citrus blend with a subtle garden fresh mint undertone. Then we have frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh, it just smells great. Now that's the grapefruit and the mint. Frankincense and myrrh is a classic resinous blend of frankincense and myrrh, rich, earthy, and deeply grounding. It's, of course, from the Bible. It's amazing. And then, of course, the unscented has no scent added and no beefy smell. None of these are going to smell beefy. I don't know if you know how hard that is to find. These are absolute excellence in a jar. Ideal for sensitive skin, children and babies, or anyone who prefers a truly simple balm. And so, okay, ingredients is of course grass-fed beef tallow, magnesium hydroxide, and of course an essential oil blend when there are scented varieties only. So apply to the hands, the body, or dry areas. A little goes a long way. I know many of you love tallow, and we wanted to make sure that we had something, but it had to be right. And this is it. It's absolutely wonderful. It's very luxurious. It smells amazing. And so, and light and wonderful for your skin. Okay. 7th winner for the reviews is Joanne S. as in Sam. So I want to recap. It's Becky T. as in Tom, Karen B. As in boy, Carolyn M. as in Michelle, Robin W., Susan B. as in boy, and Wanda T. as in Tom. Deborah says, what is that tallow supposed to do for the skin? It's very moisturizing. It can be very healing. It is the closest to our sebum. It is amazing. A lot of people talk about how healing it is for the skin. Will it get rid of the wrinkles on my face? Asking for a friend. You are so funny. It is amazing for those that have sensitive skin. It'll be great. It's very hydrating. and plumping. I absolutely love it. Love it. Had absolutely no issues with it. Okay, so which is a big deal for me because I have such sensitive skin. So I can break out it just by looking at the wrong product. Now, I would say, full disclosure, I haven't had any issues with any of our skincare. Before doing Godly Granny and doing the clean products with the clean ingredients, I really didn't have a skincare routine because I was so sensitive to everything that I would try. And of course, everything I tried had big names. And as we know now, we understand that anything with a big name is pretty much toxic. And so with all the nasty ingredients. And so I was having the worst times. And so I just couldn't use anything but soap and water. And even that, I had to be careful with which soaps I used. And so it was insane. So now it's been amazing to me that I'm able to use all of our Godly Granny products. That's just, my skin is completely changed and is healthier now than ever before in my life. And I'm at 53. So, all right, 250 milligram glass dispenser with a pump. Don't know if you know that we released those, but wanted to make sure that you knew about those. These are the configurations that you can get them in. This is an amazing product. You see how wide the pump is. It's amazing, the spout on the pump. Okay, I tried a product that I absolutely loved. And I got to tell you, so I used it with my Granny 1000 Plus cleaner in my shower. Do you ever have like mold and mildew in the corner and it's hard to get to the corners? My shower has a seat. And so it's all those little corners. It's so hard to get. Well, I love this. So look at this. This is a 3-pack eco-friendly slim crevice cleaning brush set. Poor producer Ron had to hear about how much I love these brushes, but they're great. $4.99. They're brand new. And I love how slimline they are. They're very durable, and you can get all those nooks and crannies in the shower, especially with your Granny 1000 Plus. It gets all that mold and mildew out like nothing. I absolutely love it. You can get every little corner. These are very durable. I also like to clean my kitchen sink in the corners. I have very squared off corners in my sink, and they're hard to clean. These brushes are the answer. Do you see at the top where they kind of notch a little bit to the side? That helps to get all the way down. It's brilliant engineering and design on that. So those spots that mock you every time that you clean? Well, the grout lines that hold dirt like it's treasure, the window tracks that collect everything. We've all been there, right? The faucet crevices where grime settles in and refuses to leave. By the way, this is perfect behind the faucet in the bathroom where you've got that small space. This bad boy will take care of all of it for you. The shower corners where soap scum builds up and laughs at regular brushes. Well, I got to tell you, this one is it. Godly Granny sees you, and she made these multifunctional brushes specifically for the places regular cleaning tools refuse to go, with an added comfort grip and space-saving storage. You get 3 brushes in your order. So what these brushes do, plain and simple, is they get into the tight spaces where dirt hides and mocks you. Clean, hard to reach corners without bending yourself into a pretzel. That's that little design I'm loving. When you start cleaning, you'll see what I'm talking about. Scrub effectively without shredding after one use. Extremely durable. I've yet to throw one away. I've used them many times, and they are incredibly durable. Actually reach the grout, the crevices, the places that matter. Last through multiple cleanings because they're built to work and hang in there. And they hang easily so that they dry properly and won't become mildew central. Where these brushes actually work: your tile grout, where dirt lives, right? Shower corners and crevices. This is my favorite place. And so some soap scum's favorite hiding spot. Your window tracks, the dirt trap. And then, of course, faucet bases where toothbrushes can't reach. Oh, we've all been there. The toilet brush areas, the places regular brushes miss. And then, of course, stove crevices with burnt-on Grimes Fortress. Car detailing, I thought that was good. Absolutely perfect for car detailing. Return vents, sink overflow holes, tub scum lines, screens and tight hardware. Anywhere a regular brush gives up. And so those are where they reach. It's so good. I love these brushes. I love them so much, I decided to see about getting them for you at a great price. That's really what the goal is, to just get you what what we need around the home and clean things that work. And so when I fall in love with something, I go digging to see if I can get them and then offer them to you cheaper. So that way we're just, helping. And so we make a little bit of money instead of a lot of money and help you save some money. And then we also give you coupon codes. We're not paying for ads. And so I'm able to do it. And so we do it. Okay. We were missing last time we launched, we didn't have the Sea Minerals hand soap. And so the moisturizing hand soap we now have. So it's available for you. So many of you love Sea Minerals. It's a popular scent. And so we wanted to know wanted to make sure that you knew about that as well. All right. Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews did a Godly Granny haul. We sent her some goodies and she reviewed them all in one video. Let's take a look. She did so good.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews, and today we're going to do a Godly Granny haul. Godly Granny recently sent me some new products that I tried that I cannot wait to tell you about. So let's get into it. The first product I tried is the tallow and magnesium deodorant with extra strength odor control. This one is in citrus vanilla. Absolutely smells amazing. I can smell the citrus. I can smell the vanilla. But most of all, this product works. It's a non-aluminum deodorant. The kaolin clay, the arrowroot powder, they are helping to dry any excess sweat that you have. I didn't think I was a heavy sweater, but believe me, I have tried so many non-aluminum deodorants over the years, and this one works. I was so astounded after using it the first day that this is a keeper. I'm going to use it over and over again. So if you're looking for a non-aluminum deodorant with natural ingredients, which Godly Granny always delivers, definitely try this one. It comes in unscented and it also comes in eucalyptus mint. I think you're going to be just as surprised as I was. Next product I tried is the moisturizing shampoo with plant-derived ingredients. This one's also in citrus vanilla, and it is very moisturizing because of the coconut-based cleansers in it and the essential oils. I typically have dry hair, so I immediately noticed how moisturizing it was. And I love the fact that it's in 16 ounces. This is well worth it. It's priced very reasonably too. I think you're going to enjoy it. And the conditioner that comes with it is also amazing. It's very thick too. That's another thing that impressed me. It's a deep conditioning conditioner. I don't know if you can see it coming out of the bottle. And what I also love is the directions say you can put it all over your head, not from mid-length to the end. It can go on your scalp, so it's going to moisturize and condition your scalp as well as your entire head of hair. So while you're in the shower, put it on your entire head of hair. I like to let it sit while I'm showering and then rinse it off. This product is also very impressive, and it also comes in unscented or it comes in rosemary mint. I think you're going to love the shampoo and conditioner. Next product I tried is very different. This one is the detoxifying and whitening tooth powder. I really like this product because it has no fluoride in it. It's great to travel with. Just be careful when you open it because it's a powder. You don't want to lose it. I think I would put a rubber band around this so I don't lose it even in my own house. All you do is take a dry toothbrush, wet it, dip it in the powder, and it's going to definitely detoxify your mouth because it has activated charcoal in it. It has enough abrasion in it so that it'll take any plaque or any food stains off your teeth. And it's very refreshing because it has essential peppermint oil in it. I think you're going to like this. Let me know in the comments. It's very different than toothpaste, but it works. So this is very unique, and I think Godly Granny is going to sell a lot of these. Next product that I tried is the magnesium milk bath in lavender. This is like next level bath. This is the Cleopatra experience because it has the milk powder in it. Now, it does a lot of things for you. The milk powder naturally has lactic acid in it, so it's going to give you soft skin. It's going to get rid of the dead skin cells, and it's relaxing because of the lavender and the magnesium that's in it. Absolutely amazing. You're going to sleep well. You're going to feel really relaxed, and it has a very gentle and pleasant lavender smell to it. And also, I don't know if you can see in the bottle, there is dried lavender flowers in here too. So if you have a finicky drain, just put the powder in a muslin bag or a canvas bag while you're bathing, and then just toss it when you're done. This is absolutely a very pleasant experience. I would check it out. It also comes in oatmeal milk and honey, and it comes in eucalyptus. You can buy them individually, or you can also buy them in this cute keepsake box. Very adorable, great gift item. The next product I tried is the First Fruits Face and Body Lotion with vitamin C. This is a 2-ounce bottle. I'm hoping Godly Granny will make it in a bigger size, but this is a very lightweight cream for your face, for your hands, for your body. I love it. It's very creamy and gel-like. Notice how it blends in really quickly, because there are some creams that are a little heavier, that take a longer time to blend in. This goes on like silk. And the lime, this is in the lime fruit oil. So the lime is also going to help boost collagen. Vitamin C is very good for your skin. This comes in the orange peel as well as the lemon peel. So 3 fruit scents. This one was amazing. I didn't even know that I liked lime as a scent. Very refreshing. Absolutely love it. All 3 scents you'll enjoy. And the last product I thought I'd bring out, I've already done a video on this in the past, but it's an oldie but a goodie, and it's worth repeating. The Advanced Genesis 2.5 Retinol Cream with Hyaluronic Acid. This product is amazing. It helps get rid of fine lines, any wrinkles. It helps moisturize your skin. I've been using this product for months. I think I mentioned in another video, no matter what product you put on your face, it takes 28 days for cell turnover. So use it for a month. Tell me what you think. This product is something that should be used every day or every other day. It is so mild. Although it says 2.5% retinol cream, don't let that scare you. Godly Granny has blended it so well that it's a mild retinol cream. This is so important for your skin. Retinol cream in general is known to be the gold standard for skin. There are 2 things that are really great for your skin, and that's vitamin C, because it boosts collagen, or retinol cream. They definitely help change your skin, turn it over, make it moister, make it more conditioned. I had some fine lines above my mouth, and they are now gone after using this product for a period of time. So definitely check it out. If you want to see some changes in your face, start with this product. Start with the vitamin C cream for your face. They're all going to change your face and make them look so much better and moisturize them. And of course, all wonderful natural ingredients, no toxic chemicals in any of the products that you use. And you can interchange all the products. So thank you for watching. I'm Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews, and I'll see you next time.
She does such a great job. I love her. She does a great job educating. And so I love it. I love it. Okay. So we had a couple of questions. Deborah West was asking if we had pumps for the body wash. So we now offer pumps in 4-ounce, 8-ounce, and 16-ounce bottles. And so the body wash is in a 16-ounce bottle now. So yes, ma'am, you can get those on the website. They're all on the same listing. So if you just put pump for bottles, or just a pump, it'll come up. And so that way, then you go to the drop down menu and say which size you want and put in how many you want. And so they're on there for you now for those 16-ounce bottles. A lot of the things that we've got that we've been doing, thank you, producer Ron, have been 16-ounce bottles. Just in case you notice, you're getting a lot for your money. It's amazing. A lot of our new shampoos and conditioners are 16 ounce as well. So very happy about that, at about the same price as the 8-ounce. So we're glad that we could offer that for those of you who have super long hair, who were reaching out going, please offer something that was a little bit more cost effective for my budget. So we were able to do that. Okay. Also, I want to clarify about the contest. So we are coming out with 5 lipsticks, and they are lip, cheek, and eye. So they're a stick, and they're going to be all 3 that where you could, and they're such a clean, that's the thing about using God's ingredients. When you do that, when you use clean ingredients, you can put them all over your face and body a lot of times. And so with this, we're going to be doing a lips, cheek, and eyes. And so it's the naming contest. It's the makeup naming contest. So here's the thing. So it's Godly Granny makeup. So it already has a name for the line, but we need to name the colors. So how do we go about naming the colors? So we have pinks and peaches and reds and different colors. How are we going to, what's the theme to naming those pieces? The containers are so pretty, y'all. They're just gorgeous. Y'all are going to love it. It's just going to be so nice. I'm not real sure when they're going to be able to be released. I don't know if we can do it next month. If it's not next month, it'll be the next, but they are just gorgeous. And so cannot wait. We're working on some other clean ingredients as well that do a number of things. I did want to mention, so the Samson Mane, the spray, okay, there's a spray and a serum, right? And we've had it from the very beginning of the company. We launched it with our first 25 products. The Samson's Mane spray, if you spray that toner, okay, on your face and you have your eyes closed and it gets on your eyelashes, it will lengthen and thicken your eyelashes. Just want to make sure you know that. And it'll also help your face to feel taut. It feels great. So just wanted to make sure you knew. I hope that you've enjoyed today's show. We've covered an awful lot of things today, and it's been a long show, but thanks for hanging in there with us and going over so many good products, the new products, and so much education. It's a lot, but it's for you. It's for your health and your family and your fur babies. We'll see you right here. Remember, Monday, we're off. We'll do an educational documentary, I'm sure that's related to Memorial Day. And then Tuesday, I'll be back live, and I can't wait to see you then. So enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you right here next time on The Michelle Moore Show.
Ever read the ingredients on your everyday products and think, wait, is this shampoo or a science experiment? If your lotion needs a translator, a lab coat, and a warning label, it might be time for a change. Godly Granny products are made with purpose, love, and ingredients you can actually recognize. No mystery chemicals, no toxins, just clean, simple goodness. The way Granny would have wanted, because your skincare shouldn't require a chemistry degree. From shampoo, lotion, skincare, and all natural health remedies, Godly Granny has everything your family needs. It's no wonder we have over 1,200 5-star reviews from our amazing customers to prove it. Join the families just like yours who've switched to Godly Granny. Visit godlygranny.com and sign up for our emails to receive a special discount code for 10% off your first order, plus exclusive updates and information on newly released products.
Hi, I'm Linda Bamber Olson, the inventor of the Wave Watch, the world's first frequency therapy watch. It features over 1,100 targeted frequencies combined into 150 playlists for ease of use. These sounds are acoustical and they move through your body, through your skin and your bones. You don't necessarily have to hear it. As each frequency goes through, it can be realigning, revitalizing, reconnecting, and even rebalancing your body all the way to the cellular level. So that's why we have so many testimonies for aches, ADD and ADHD, allergies, colds and flu, dental, emotions, headaches, joints, kidney stones, nerves, organs, skin health, swelling, tremors, vagus nerve, and so many more. Use this code for $100 off when you purchase the Wave Watch. Thanks for learning about frequencies, using them, and supporting the Wave Watch.
Hi friends, it's Michelle Moore. And when it comes to protecting your retirement, I believe in taking smart, steady steps. Bank of America analysts call gold the ultimate safe haven. And when it comes to precious metals, I trust Universal Coin and Bullion, the official rare coin and bullion dealer of my show. They have been named the best in their industry, both nationally and regionally, by leading organizations. Consider a gold IRA, a time-tested way to diversify your portfolio with real tangible assets, which lets you move a portion of your retirement savings into physical gold, helping protect your wealth from inflation, market swings, and economic uncertainty. And Universal Coin and Bullion makes the process easy. From rollovers to delivery, they walk you through every step, even if you have one with another gold company. Protect what you've worked so hard to build from the team that I trust, Universal Coin and Bullion, at 800-321-8700, and make sure to tell them Michelle sent you.
For Michelle's social media links, go to michellemooreshow.com.